They hate when you elevate. The second of losses, I'm handing them out, yeah, I had to go delegate. It feel like I'm floating, I'm lost in the moment, I swear I could levitate. They never believed that I would really fly, I had to go demonstrate. I had to set them straight. They hate when you elevate, elevate, elevate. They hate when you elevate, elevate, elevate. Yeah, they hate when you elevate, elevate, elevate. They hate when you elevate, yeah. I had to elevate. I'm way too fly, yeah, I'm feeling myself. Ain't no chance I'm coming down, no. Got a soul view to myself, yeah. Why would I give it up? Why do they wanna come take my place? I work too hard for it, don't need a replacement. This my vocation, now I got rollies all in rotation. Hop on a jet just to take a vacation. Remember the moments was trapped in the basement. Now the hard work is all taking me places. Squatting all black like we trapped in the matrix. Bet on myself and go ball out in Vegas. Living a life like I'm rich and I'm famous. Don't see the grind that I know that it came with. I ain't make it this far to myself, yeah. I had to prove to everybody else, I had to set them straight, yeah. I had to ball, so I had to renovate, I know. They hate when you elevate. The second of losses, I'm handing them out, yeah, I had to go delegate. It feel like I'm floating, I'm lost in the moment, I swear I could levitate. They never believed that I would really fly, I had to go demonstrate. I had to set them straight. They hate when you elevate, elevate, elevate. They hate when you elevate.
Yeah.
Elevate. They hate when you elevate.
Salute, salute.
They hate when you elevate. Yeah. Why they wanna put me down? So much drip, yeah, I almost drowned in it. I can't get it down. Yeah, I'm way too fired up. I can't slow it down. Oh, yeah, yeah. I see the flashing lights. Make sure the flashing right. Yeah, I'm in my bag tonight. Yeah.
Yo, I got the pretty coffee. I got the.
Watch out, the engine is
right in the chat. What's good?
You can ignore it.
I was in the building. Oh yeah.
This the highlights for the few. You get to have it all, no need to choose. First, let me demonstrate how you can rise to the top. Yeah, I had to elevate, elevate.
You. Salute the free smoke. Salute to everybody who's in the building right now. You know what I mean? Watch us fill in a little bit more. That'd be nice. You know what I mean? But, you know, we're going to talk about that boxing regardless. The playback going to be official. You heard? The playback going to be official. Shout out to my co-host, Ray Davis, in the building. What's good, Ray?
Chilling. You know what I mean?
No doubt.
Laughing at what I hear in the streets, bro. But, you know, that's why we say one thing, Clay. Just talk that boxing, bro.
That's it. Yo, free smoke. Shout out to free smoke, man. I know you disappointed, man. I know a lot of people are disappointed, but
I'm not.
Hopefully tonight, I know I'm not, but a lot of people are. But I'm going to tell you what, for the people who are disappointed, we're going to talk about it now. We're going to find out who deserves the blame. Who are you disappointed in? Who are you really upset with? We're going to do the Dr. Phil tonight. We're going to put the community on the little bed with the pillow, let you put your feet up. And me, Dr. Claymore and Dr. Ray Davis going to talk to you, and we're going to figure out what the real problem is and what's going on right now. We're going to figure out if it was maybe it was a relationship that you had with your mother, or maybe you had a complicated relationship with your brother, or maybe you got a complicated relationship with your favorite fighter. Maybe he's just not. We're going to talk about it tonight. We're going to talk about a lot tonight. You know what I'm saying? That's for sure. You know what I mean? We're going to find out, because that's what we're here to do, man. We're here to help with the anxiety. We're here to help with the anxiety. You understand what I'm saying? We're here to help ease the stress a little bit and let you know it's going to be okay. Yo, shout out to Country Q in the building. Yeah, Country Q. You saw me on Blue Blood? That's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. Shout out to my brother Blue, man. Yeah, we had a great show today. Great show today on Blue Blood, man. I hope you guys like the show. You know, it's gonna be more a regular thing with me and Blue. You know what I mean? We definitely gonna keep it. I mean, Blue. You know, we talked about it. You know what I mean? We're gonna make it a regular thing. You know, Free Smoke, to me, it ain't even about getting Tank, not getting Tank bad, Shakur, but all them guys he could give a title shot. Joe Cordino, bro, we gonna talk about it, man. We gotta talk about it, man. We don't shy away from no conversations, and I understand where you're coming from, brother. You know we family here, Free Smoke, so we gonna figure it out together. We gonna come together. We gonna come out this together, man. I'm telling you, no man left behind, man. No man left behind. That's the ATP Combat community mantra. Right. We can't do it. We got you, man. We're gonna get you out of this. We're gonna get you out of this. Me and you together out of here, man. I don't care how bad the house look, I can burn it. We're gonna get you out of here. Yeah, they wasn't they Country Q? They was going in today, man. Look like we just gonna continue that conversation, man. We definitely. So what's the news? The news is the Bivol Beterbiev card has been finally put together. They released the card. You know what I mean? And look, man, it's a pretty damn good card. You know what I'm saying? This is going down in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. And we have an announcement, a co-main event on that card that has shaken the algorithm, the boxing algorithm. People are right now trying to figure out how to feel about what they're looking at. How do we feel about Shakur Stevenson giving Joe Cordina a shot at the WBC lightweight championship? This man's coming off of a loss in his last fight, coming up in weight from 130 to 135 pounds. This doesn't look right from the outside looking in. The boxing community is up in the roar, and we want answers. Everybody want answers. What are we looking at? What in the world are we looking at, Ray? What is this?
I can't wait to talk about it. You want me to talk about it? You want me to get this? You want me to start?
What in the world is it? What are we looking at?
Bro, do I need to start putting the food on the grill right now?
Bruce Gas Boxing in the building said, pitiful fight. Pitiful fight.
Nah, y'all looking at it all wrong. What my man say?
I didn't know.
How my man say it in Joe Dirt? Nah, you got it all wrong. Right? Nah.
We're going to talk about it, man. We're going to talk about it, you know?
Man, nah, I got it all wrong.
Let me see. Let me take my time with this, man. Let me take my time with this. Let me cook, man. Hold up.
Let me turn the grill on. Hold on.
Okay, now listen. Joe Cordina, Shakur Stevenson in Riyadh. Turkey's put this fight together. Eddie Hearns put this fight together. However you want to look at it, right? And kudos to Shakur Stevenson because he's left out of a toxic relationship he had with Top Rank, where these fights weren't being made that he wanted to get put together, where he's been having these lackluster fights. His credibility, his brand has been thrown in the trash, and he has to build himself back up. And everybody wants to see Shakur Stevenson and Tank Davis, regardless of what they think about Shakur. It seems like the consensus is that that's the most competitive fight. That's the biggest fight that everybody wants to see, Shakur and Tank. Lomachenko pulls out the fight, and all the pressure falls on Shakur Stevenson to make it right. Shakur, make it right. Loma fronting, it's on you. The community is expecting you to stand up, stand tall, be a man, be the champion that you say you are, stand tall, and you give Tank Davis this fight. You give the community this fight, bro, and you show the world who you really are, even though most of the community probably thinks Shakur Stevenson is going to get stopped in that fight. Regardless of all that, the responsibility ends up falling on Shakur Stevenson's shoulders to fix this mess, that Tank is in and that Loma has started. I get it. I think that pretty much wraps it up pretty much about what it is. But Shakur says, listen, man, I got no problem putting the fight together. I'm ready. Send me the contract. Send me the offer and the contract. Let me know what we doing. Because I don't call shots. I'm a B-side fighter. My market value is 0. What can I do? I need to know when does this guy want to fight? And what does he get for that, Ray? Crickets.
Yep. Oh, no. Crickets. Man, he get thrown in the dungeon. Key thrown in the ocean. Not even all type. The deepest part, the Mariana Trench, bro. They try to do Hobie dirty.
It's crickets, man. It's crickets. There's nothing going on over there. And the community wants Shakur Stevenson to try harder. Try harder, Steve.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Stevenson, try harder. You're not trying hard enough. You ain't calling his name enough. Yeah. You could have pulled up to Upton Gym in Baltimore and told him stop ducking you, man.
Yeah.
Make the fight. Make the fight.
You could have went and slapped Al Heyman.
You could have went and slapped on Leonard Ellaby. You know what I'm saying? Snatched up one of Tank Davis's coaches, held him hostage with the letter make them read the letter in the video camera about how it's getting dark in the basement for them. It's gonna get real dark for them if you don't send that damn contract so we can make that fight happen. Send the contract or else. Send the contract or else, man. You could have done that, Shakur. At least once you could have tried. But you know, Shakur.
He's crazy, man.
Shakur just seems comfortable with. Listen, he's the A side. He's supposed to send the contract to me. When he sends it, I'll be ready. But until that happens, let's go ahead and try to put a fight together with William Zepeda. William Zepeda is a big fight. Everybody wants to see that fight happen. I mean, after all, Turki Al-Sheikh and Oscar De La Hoya had a conversation at the Virgil Ortiz and Serhii Bohachuk fight in front of the whole world, where Oscar De La Hoya agreed. He said, listen, I got you, Turki. Why not? I'm feeling that. Why not, man? Let's make it happen. Shakur Stevenson, William Zepeda. Matter of fact, let's put it on the undercard of Terrence Crawford versus Virgil Ortiz. What do you say, Turki? Whatever, man. Turki said, whatever, man. I'm down. I'm down, bro. Let's get it done.
That's what I heard.
But before the sun came up the next morning, before the sun broke the horizon the next morning, things changed. Zepeda's not available until another 2 months. He wants to go towards the end of November. And Virgil doesn't even want the smoke with Terrence. He wants the winner of a fight that hasn't even been put together yet between Sebastian Fundora and Errol Spence. As soon as that fight gets put together, I'm getting the winner of that fight. That's for sure. Shout out to Virgil Ortiz. Shout out to Oscar De La Hoya. Shout out to Golden Boy Promotions for standing by and doing their best to make the best fights happen, right? So where does Shakur go at this point? Maybe Shakur should go after Lomachenko. They were pointing in each other's face at the Terrence Crawford fight. They were pointing in each other's faces. You mother, you. They were doing a lot of that. It was tense. I could see a fight happening between them. I ain't gonna lie. It was tense. It was tense. Maybe they was building a fight. Maybe they was building a fight. I don't know. Maybe that's what they were doing. Maybe that's not what they were doing. But regardless, Lomachenko falls back and says, listen, I ain't fighting Tank. I ain't fighting you. I told you I'm spending time with the kids. I'm spending time with the wife. I'm not dealing with this. You damn black American fighters. Stay out my face. I'll tell y'all when I'm ready. Y'all don't tell me when to get ready. Salute. Salute, Loma. Salute. It's your world, baby. It's your world, baby. We don't want no problem.
You mean to tell me he got a pass? Oh, shoot.
Let him go. Let him go.
Nope.
Let him go. He don't want to fight nobody. He don't want to fight nobody.
Get the pass. Okay.
Right? Well, let's keep it moving. So what does Shakur have to do? Shakur's main objective is to stay busy at this point. Tank don't want to send him a contract. Lomachenko don't want to fight until next year. And Zepeda and Oscar De La Hoya, well, Zepeda and Oscar De La Hoya, right? So now he gets an opportunity to get on this big card, on the Turki Al-Sheikh's card. You already know the bag is probably an official bag, probably one of the best bags, if not the best bag that he's ever gotten potentially. And he gets an opportunity to just stay busy, and he gets a Joe Cordina fight. And listen, man, in the spirit of being busy, in the spirit of not sitting still, of making money to take care of his family, he says, man, let's get it done, man. Just put it together. Let's get it done. And do you think anybody's surprised that the community is right now on Shakur's neck? Because as far as they're concerned, this is a horrible fight, and they're so disappointed in Shakur Stevenson. What do you think about this fight at this point? I just gave you a quick story. You know me. I'm good with the stories. I'm good with the breakdown with the stories to give you some sustenance, give you something to hold on to. You know what I'm saying? Ray Davis, go ahead and give me your opinion. Hold on a second, man. Let me shout out to the we got some super chats in the building. Caught me off guard. I wasn't paying attention, guys. Salute, man. J Pitt the City. I hope y'all didn't hear me burp. J Pitt City says Claymore got everyone going on Blues chat today. Thank you, J Pitt. I was kind of bothering them, right? They were mad. They wanted me to call Tank a duck so bad. They wanted me to call Tank a duck so bad. They didn't want to let me live, J Pitt. They were like, call him a duck, stand on it. Stand on it. It is what it is. It is what it is. Shout out to Here for Boxing in the building. The PBC could use this right now. Yeah. Shout out to everybody in the building. Ross Clot, man. Salute to my guy, my G.
Ross Clot.
Alumni, family.
King of bum bashing, bro.
Hold back like babies on pacifiers. Old dirt dog, no liar.
Yes.
Holla. Salute, King. Oscar loves dancing in thongs for Shakur, the best fighter he's ever seen. Ooh. I landed on my
Yo, that's funny.
But go ahead, Ray, man. Build on it, man. You see
man,
what's going on right now.
Listen, man.
You see this coming. We're here. We're here.
Listen, I just got two questions.
Mm-hmm.
Why is everybody mad at Shakur? That's number one. And number two, what happened not only in the interview, but with the second interview with both coaches standing at the ringside and up in the gym? What did they say? Shakur's not the fight right now. He not the fight right now. We'll call him when we ready. This dude told Shakur he got to wait till March. Shakur said, you ain't making me wait till March, man. I got to go fight. What does this look like? You trying to wait me out. You trying to get me inactive. He called their bluff.
I'm not allowed to sign to nobody. I'm not allowed. I got to either go with PBC or I got to go back to Bob. I got to go back to Candyland.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And go put in another lifetime to wait for somebody to come free me, give me free.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. I ain't even got a deal yet, bro.
Because it's all about Tank, man.
But look, let me tell you what I got to do. Let me tell you what I got to do, Clay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try to make this fight with Zepeda. Since y'all don't want to make the fight with Loma and y'all want to put me in the ring, because he definitely told him, hey, get Loma out the way, throw me in there. That was the word. Nah, you ain't worth it, bro. You not worth it, bro. You ain't bringing nothing to the table. We need a big fight. We need to bring a bag in first. Oh, okay.
Crazy.
Well, hold on. Let me move over here to Oscar. Oscar, what we got going on?
Ray, what they say? What they say? Shakur don't bring nothing to the table. He's still boxing on free TV. Go ahead, bro.
That's what they
free
said,
TV.
right? That's what they said.
He's fighting on free TV.
Then they get mad. Then they get mad because they digging through the archive. Like we used to look in the records to create the records. You know what I mean? Slide the crate. Okay. Oh shoot. These fighters all on top rank. Oh, he ain't gonna get that fight. Keep going. Oh, you can't fight him because Tank just said he don't want to fight me. Ain't no money there. Okay. Oh, well, he just fought. He's inactive. Oh, shoot. Oh, man. These guys are inactive. Oh, all these guys is tied up. So only got 3 fighters to fight. And 2 of them were PBC. And Tank probably going to take his pick out of those 2. I can't pull nobody down. And I'm not moving up. I'm not moving down. And I really don't want to get mad because I go grab one of them guys from the PBC, from top rank to come up to fight me at 135 because then I'll never hear the end of it, right? So what do we got? We got a guy that couldn't make that looked terrible and said he had to move up, got ranked. So as I'm going through my list, my crate of records, oh shoot, this guy is available. Okay, he came off a loss, so what? You know what? It's a stay busy fight. Who really cares? Obviously, the fanboys care. Obviously, it's a bad fight, but we forget that he was a former champion. Oh, my point. Oh, thank you. I'm ready. Thank you, Free Smoke. So here's the point. The point is, everybody's mad that he fought a champion that got knocked out. Right? Now let's get to the other side of it. But nobody's complaining about the other side of this equation. So no one's complaining about Earl getting moved to number 1 in the rankings to fight, move up and fight Fundora. Right? What do you mean that's cat? No. Oh, that's somebody else. Maybe you're on another conversation. But anyway, that did happen, right? Not to mention, Where's all the fighters at, Clay? They all busy, right? Ain't anybody fighting on this card in England pretty much? All the Euro fighters? Pretty much.
Salute Texas 16.
He only got 2 fighters, bro. 3 fighters to fight from. Loma don't want to fight. Cepeda said he gotta wait. Tank is the one that sends the contract. So where's he going to turn to? Shakur called Lemos. Is Lemos available? Isn't Lemos on Top Rank, Clay?
Lemos, I believe, is on. No, is he on Matchroom or Top Rank? Because he just fought. He went to fight Richard Hitchinson. That was a Matchroom fight. So was that a cross promotion?
He's a Top Rank fighter.
Okay, he might be.
So my point is,
also fighting at 140 pounds.
And hold on, we're talking about a guy also that just came off a loss. So if it's Lemos, he just came off a loss.
But Lemos fights at 140.
Yeah, he does. He's ranked though. He's ranked at 135, Clay.
Okay.
But I'm just saying.
Listen, let me just jump in a little bit here to say this, right?
Yeah.
All seriousness, right? Because I like to joke, and we can get back to joking in a minute, right? Of course, Stevenson has an obligation to himself, his career, and his family.
Right.
His first priority is to provide for his family, to keep his career to be as active as he can in his career, to get paid, to get the exposure he needs, to build up the market value that he needs to build in himself, so that he brings something to the table when it comes to negotiating the biggest fights that he plans on having in his career. And yes, one of those fights is Tank Davis. At the end of the day, whatever he can take, he's going to take, because activity is going to be a priority in a situation like this. What's the situation? The situation is that he's a free agent. He's not signed to anybody right now. He just came out of 2 of the worst fights in his career, probably, even though I don't agree. I think the Artem fight wasn't that horrible. Well, it wasn't that exciting, but it wasn't that horrible. But regardless, including the Edwin De Los Santos fight and that Artem, the Artem fight he just had, he has an obligation to himself to do whatever he can to build his brand. If Tank Davis is not ready to send Shakur Stevenson a contract right now, Shakur Stevenson has no obligation to sit back or sit to the side and wait for Tank Davis to send him a contract when he feels like it. Just because Tank Davis has a situation where him and Lomachenko aren't on the same page and Lomachenko's decided to pull out or duck on fighting Tank doesn't mean Shakur Stevenson gains the responsibility to go ahead and give Tank whatever he wants for free, close to free, or a price that's beneath Shakur Stevenson's value. Now, I'm not saying Tank is even wanting to do that, because from the outside looking in, as far as I'm concerned, Tank Davis isn't even interested in fighting Shakur Stevenson right now. And the community and the Tank fans out there who want to see this fight, they want to see this fight. They say this is the only fight that is to be made. You would think they would use their common sense and logic based on their own rules, based on their own standards of how business works, how the A-side, B-side relationship works in these kind of conversations, would understand that the only person who can make this fight happen is their fighter and Tank Davis. And Tank Davis hasn't sent the contract. He hasn't sent the contract, but he's not interested in making the fight happen. But you guys don't know how to read in between the lines. You guys just know how to do one thing, right? And you're doing it well. Pointing fingers at Shakur Stevenson or pointing fingers at anybody who stands on the opposite side of a conversation with Tank Davis. Shout out to the thumbnail, boxing first, because boxing first would get us through a lot of this nonsense we're talking about right now. Boxing first would let boxing fans who put boxing first would understand that if we want this fight to happen, we need to get in Gervonta Tank Davis's DMs. We need to get in Gervonta Tank Davis's team and ask them how come they ain't sent the contract, and let him know that you better not let Shakur Stevenson move forward and go sign a fight with no Joseph Cordina, or let him go fight with a William Zepeda, or let him even sit there. And while you have an opening right now, because Lomachenko's pulled out of it and that man's a free agent, we are putting it on you to send that contract, but you guys won't do that, right? So yeah, when I look at a fight like this between Shakur Stevenson and Joe Cordina, am I the most excited person in the world? Come on, bro, let's be serious. Joe Cordina just came off of a fight with the Kakachi, whatever his name is, and he got stopped. I have no interest in seeing this fight between him and Shakur Stevenson. But I'll tell you what, I'm not going to blame Shakur Stevenson for this fight. I'm going to blame your favorite fighter, Tank Davis, for not sending a contract over and putting together the fight that's one of the biggest fights that you guys can see. And that's where your anger needs to be put. That's where the anger goes. Joseph Cordina is available. And that's what fighters who want to be active go with available, what's available. You guys keep saying that Cordina makes no sense. Then who should the fight have been made with? Zepeda fell back and says he doesn't want the fight until late November. You already see what Lomachenko is saying. Top Rank is not going to let him fight against Dennis Berinchyk. Tank Davis hasn't sent an offer yet. Who is he supposed to fight that's going to make you guys feel better? Who is he supposed to fight that's going to make you feel better? Raymond Moratala is a top rank fighter. All right. You want to see him fight Keyshawn Davis, his friend? It's a damn BS jacket to try to put on somebody. So salute to Shakur Stevenson for doing something just like David Benavidez did. I'm not standing still for nobody. I'm going to be active. I'm going to get this international exposure. I'm going to get this damn money. And I don't care what none of you fans say, because the fans have lost credibility in the boxing space. Clearly, the fans have lost credibility in the boxing space. These boxers no longer care what fans think, what me and you think, because we have casual energy. We're about as loyal as a damn KGB agent. You know what I'm saying? And most of us don't know nothing about no damn boxing. Rest in peace, Roger Mayweather. So who are they trying to improve and who are they trying to impress? Excuse me. Who and why? So this is how you get a Shakur Stevenson versus Joe Cordina on a co-main event for another big, huge, legendary Riyadh card, unification, light heavyweight championship, Artur Beterbiev versus Dmitry Bivol. This card is going to go down in history. This fight's going to go down in history, and Shakur Stevenson is going to be a co-main event fight on that card. It's easy money.
Right.
What's wrong with easy money? Your fighter has been collecting easy money for years. Shout out to Tank Davis. Much respect. Collecting easy money for years.
Man, you stepped on the gas, Clay. You stepped on the gas. I was going there too. Right?
What are we talking about? For years, he's been getting free money. Easy money.
Clay.
Easy layups. Now you see Shakur Stevenson moving in the direction, probably getting the biggest bag. I repeat, the biggest bag he's ever gotten in his whole career. And he's supposed to give a damn about what y'all think. He just gave you a fight with Artur Haratuni, and y'all kicked his back in on a victory, a dominant victory. You kicked his back in and said he boring. You said he can't. People were walking out and sleeping in the building. He ain't never going to sell no tickets. Calvin Ford said that boy fight on free TV, and he got a fighting style that he never wants to see inside of the ring with Tank. You guys said that man is pillow fisted and brings nothing to the table.
That's what he said.
And now, when this man moves out the way and goes and gets a fight, you guys have an issue for that. You're looking at him that close. Since when have y'all been looking at that man that close? Stop playing, man. Y'all ain't never cared so much in your life. You guys are miserable. Shout out to Showbiz. Diabolical the way you guys think. Don't say Tank's name. Don't say Tank's name. All you do is say Tank's name for clout. Man ain't said Tank's name in how long? Now what's the word? He should have said Tank's name. Yeah, bro. How can you expect anybody to take you guys seriously? He's not going to take you serious. He's going to go fight Joseph Cordina. He's going to make anywhere from $3.5 to $5 million. And he's going to go home, play with his cute little girl, fiance, play with his cute little baby, and he's going to go live his life. And guess what's going to happen? Tank will eventually call and will eventually get that fight. But by that time, the negotiation will be different. The fight will be even bigger. And Shakur Stevenson will be even better.
Facts. You know what's
That's
crazy?
The way it works.
You're right. You know what's crazy? I'm reading the available list. You tell me if I'm crazy.
Look at Mazuma TV in the building.
Yes, shout out to Mazuma for real. Listen, free smoke. Here's your list, right? Let me check you out. Andy Cruz just fought, not available. Lemos, we just went over it. May be available, but I know he's fighting at 140 because I just looked at his box rec. Most of his fights at 140, including his last two. Frank Martin, if he's available, because Frank Martin
went to 140. He talking about fighting Ryo.
I got it. He talking about going to 140, right? So he ain't gonna be available. Mark Chamberlain, guess what? Not available. Got a fight coming up, less than a month. Kid Austin, not ranked in the WBC. What are we talking about? Moratala, top rank, ain't going to get that fight happening. Regardless if you want him to have that fight with Turkey trying to get involved, it ain't going to happen. They're not going to let that fight happen. Top rank is going to try to freeze him out at this point in moment until it's time to unify, or they feel that they got a strong chance of getting that belt away from Shakur. They're not going to put their fighters on there to give them O's when they can use these fighters to make money off of and showcase them. They're not going to risk the O for Moratala to fight Shakur right now for high risk, low reward. No way. Yeah, he'll become champ if he wins, but what happens when he doesn't win? He gets an O, his name drops. He's no longer one of the contenders in the top sanctioning bodies because he's across the board in the sanctioning bodies. So what are we really talking about? None of these fighters are available. That's what I was saying. There's only 3 fighters available. 3. And I'm going to say 2 of them over there with Tank. I'd have mentioned it yesterday. It's crazy that y'all think I'm nuts about this. But it's Chris Colbert and De Los Santos, the only 2 fighters. And I'm pretty sure Tank is talking to them to try to make this fight happen. They keep rumoring that he's trying to fight El Rayo. El Rayo just said, I'm not going to be ready till December the least. I'm taking time off. And Tank ain't going to 140 because he said he's trying to clear out the division from what I understand. So if he go to 140, then guess what? Then he ducked Shakur. And he ducked Devin because Devin said, I want to fight you. He said, you got to come to 135. So you know what? If we really going to go there, then we going to go there. And I wasn't even trying to go there, but it's cool. Y'all going to see it the way y'all want to see it. And I'm just going to say.
No, it's all good. It's all good, man. And shout out to thank you, Ross Scott. Thank you, Mazuma. Listen, man, at the end of the day, man, it's not algebra. Boxing first. Shout out to the thumbnail. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the thumbnail because you guys are getting it twisted in the boxing space. Learn about boxing and learn to love and watch boxing because you guys think that boxing is all about 2 or 3 fighters, and it's not. And Shakur Stevenson is showing you it's not. He's showing you that boxing keeps on going with or without Tank Davis. David Benavidez is showing you boxing keeps moving with or without Canelo Alvarez. David Morrell is showing you boxing moves with or without Canelo Alvarez. This is not the way it works. And you guys got even more of a rude awakening coming. Trust me. It don't stop here. Believe me, it don't stop here. I'm telling you guys, it's going to get better. Oh, the story's going to get better. It's going to keep moving because contrary to popular belief, the boxing world doesn't go around your favorite fighter.
I never said that. Clay just say that.
What?
Well, he can. Free Smoke said, bro, I thought Turkey can make any fight. He can, but fights take time.
No, listen.
Take time.
Turkey can make every fight as long as the fighters want to make the fight. Turkey can't make fighters fight that don't want to fight. You know what I'm saying? But here we go. Here we go, Free Smoke, because now the person you want to put the pressure on now is Turkey. So I guess that's why Tank ain't fighting. Tank and Shakur Stevenson ain't fighting. Tank and Shakur ain't fighting right now. It's Turkey now, right? Before it was Shakur, now it's Turkey. It's not Tank. It's not the guy who could send the contract out. It's somebody else, right? Tank is never going to be held to the fire. Yo, salute respectfully to Tank, man. He has the right to do whatever he feels like doing. But you fans, you guys are straight up miserable sometimes, bro. Sometimes you guys are just, that's why they don't want, you can't please you guys. If you're upset about this fight not happening right now, there is somebody who you can focus your energy on. Ask yourself who can make this fight. Not Turkey, not Shakur. Where your boy at, man? What fight is he getting ready to put together? He has a date for November 2nd. That's his date. Who is your fighter fighting? He didn't put the contract to Shakur, so he ain't fighting Shakur. He has no interest in fighting Shakur. Loma them fell out. He's not fighting him. Rayo's at 140. He's a champion right now. He ain't coming down to 135 to fight no damn Tank, bro. He ain't interested right now. Who is it going to be? Isak Cruz, who just came off of a loss?
Oh, he dropped the bag. That's what the coach said.
Have at it. Have at it. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, the reason I'm so excited to see Shakur Stevenson on this card is because sometimes reality comes this way. And sometimes people have to see it and they got to live in it. This is your reality. But this fight is happening because Shakur Stevenson is putting boxing first. The fight you want is not happening because your fighter don't give a damn about what you want. He's never cared about what you want and don't move at your pace. He moves with how he feels like moving. He's going to fight who he feels like fighting when he feels like fighting them. And just like an abused girlfriend who's getting beat by a dude but can't leave his side, you guys are looking crazy out here in these streets because you'll do anything but hold your fighter accountable. You'll do anything but say something about your fighter or to your fighter or say, damn, man, Tank really dropped the ball on this one, man. This fight was there to be made. Why didn't he send the contract? Why didn't he put an offer in? It don't make no sense. This was the only fight we wanted to see. Yeah, while you guys are cheering and thank. That boy don't know what y'all talking about because he ain't even hearing you. He on Tank Island right now, living his life. Just came from Paris. Ain't studying you dudes, bro. Couldn't care less about what you dudes think, man. Couldn't care less. But you want this other dude. You want Shakur to take the blame. You want him to sit down until Tank is ready.
Who's Tank fighting?
So I saw a rumor about Ryo. I don't think it's happening. But we'll see. I'll be honest with you. If he call off a Ryo and he's sending Ryo the contract, Ryo probably gonna take it.
Yeah, he probably will. He ain't taking that 140. Catch weight, no belts.
Word. Mazuma just said it too. I think you're gonna be surprised when Ryo drops 35 due to Tank's demands. Yeah, I'm not gonna be surprised, Mark. I'm not gonna be surprised. You know what I mean? I might be talking some shit, but I'm not. Tank gets what he wants. It don't matter. That's what's up.
He wasn't interested, man. He put a public statement out. He wasn't interested.
I know that's what he said, but Tank is Tank. Yeah, if he sends him that contract and it makes sense, I won't be surprised. But all I know is this right here, what we're looking at this card right here. Yeah, karma's a bitch. And it comes in a fight against somebody you don't even understand why it's happening. But just know that what could have happened was a fight between him and Tank. But it's not because Shakur didn't send an offer or didn't want the fight. There's only one person who can make the fight. It's because your guy didn't send the contract. That's why. Be honest with yourself, man. Your guy didn't send the contract, man. That's what it is. Don't play about it. Keep it 100 with yourself, man. Look in the mirror and tell yourself why you're mad, man. Don't give me the sob story. Shakur gonna get himself a bag, and we'll see him on the next fight. So let's wish him luck on this one, man. Let's hope that he puts this guy away in rare form, has a great fight, builds up his market value, and maybe that'll attract Tank to send a contract so you guys won't be so unhappy about not seeing Tank fight the guy you want to see him fight. Maybe Tank will be more prone to send him a contract if he knocks out Joe Cordina or if he stops him in dominant fashion or, you know.
Thank you, Ross Clyde. That makes a lot of sense.
Oh, yeah. You already know, Ross Scott. Yep. Right. Salute legacy over currency. Yeah.
That's what we're talking about. Every single thing that this guy does is put on rose petals and floating on rivers, whatever you want to call it. He touches gold. Midas touch. That's what it's called, Clay. Tank got the Midas touch. Y'all just believe and do everything he say. Y'all back him up. Listen, we seen this rodeo before. And the excuses came down the line that, well, they weren't available. They said this, and this. But Tank said he was going to fight this other guy next. As soon as he was done with his first fight. Didn't happen. And then all the fans from the other corner, I'm not going to bring the guy's name up, was saying another thing. So this is just a repeat. This is just history repeating itself with a different fighter. Similar styles and that nature. But guess what? It just shows you something. His team don't believe that these fighters are going to hurt are going to not give Tank trouble. He's going to give him a lot of trouble. And y'all don't seem to realize that. They're trying to prepare for these things. Stop with the cap, man. Like, y'all got to understand what it is. Stop cheering. Stop being man fans, bro. Take the pom-poms off at the end of the day. You know what I mean? I seen Terrell Owens do that already when he scored a touchdown. I don't need y'all doing that. This guy don't even know who y'all are. I'm not telling Shakur to go out there and fight for me. Clay, tell you, I kicked Shakur on the curb. How many times he was down? But I said it with boxing in mind. I didn't say it as a fan. I didn't say it as a fan of another person. I said it because of certain things of boxing. And y'all don't know how to separate boxing from, what's up, Jonathan 97, from man fanning. That's what the difference is.
Salute J97.
Y'all got to get that. Y'all got to get that straight, bro. On the real, like, for real. Ladies and gentlemen, please understand that it is boxing and the sport comes first. Because without boxing, you don't have the fighters.
Boxing Magic Mex side. Salute, King. I'm assuming you're of Mexican descent with the flag. He says Tank literally is Duck T.O., Devin, Shakur Loma, and for the Cripple Ryan. The list goes on. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. And Free Smoke, I hear you, brother. I hear how you feel about this fight, man. I really do hear how you feel about this fight. But my question is, who you upset at, man? Who you upset at? That's what I'm saying. You could be upset about this fight happening, and I can acknowledge and understand where you're coming from, because the last person I was thinking or wanting to see fight might be Joe Cordina, might be the last person on the list. But who you really upset at? Just make sure you're upset at the right people. Make sure you're upset at the right people. That's all I'm saying, Free. Free, you got a point, man. You got a point, man. I understand you're upset about what you're looking at, but who are you upset at? Who? Come on, man.
RC,
Let's be honest.
I hope that happens, RC.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's what it is. Maybe him and Zepeda getting ready to fight.
Right. Remember, Zepeda was supposed to be the mandatory. Am I not mistaken? For the WBC, wasn't he upgraded to mandatory? That was his shot right there. He turned it down. Like, we really got to look at the whole picture. We just forget parts of time. We just remember this to this, and we forget everything else. There's a whole bunch of stuff that happened in between, and we don't even see that. I just don't understand. So you got to put boxing first, for real, and then you understand better. It ain't hard there. I'm with Clay, though. I don't want to see that fight, but guess what? Even if he does fight him, at the end of the day, the guy was a champion. Like I said, being a former champion means something. And yes, if he said it was a weight struggle, it wasn't even Shakur that even said it. Actually, Joe Cadena said it himself. That, you know what I mean, he just barely made weight and he didn't feel right. So maybe this is a possibility. And last time I seen a guy come off a loss, Clay, that got KO'd and went to the fight next, ended up winning the championship. Am I right?
Free Smoke. Yeah, shout out to 2 Cents. I was asking the same question. I didn't even see the answer you put on there, 2 Cents. Who, though? He could have picked somebody else, bro. Who? Free Smoke. Who could he have picked? Tell me about the fighter. Let's talk about it. Let's break it down. Let's talk about the fight that Shakur could have made rather than fight Joe Cordina. Go ahead and start listing the names. What names? Go ahead. What was the names? I missed them. What was it?
Went through it. When we go through it again, Clay?
No. I'm saying Free Smoke said, he said, I gave some names. So what's the names? What's the names? Please send them again. James Clay, salute to you, King. You make us believe this is a good fight. Listen, first of all, that's funny you said that, James Clay. Salute to James Clay in the building. I've never seen you here before. If you haven't subscribed yet, I hope that you will subscribe. Guys, remember to hit the likes up in here. Yeah, that's a good question. Is this going to be a good fight? Can I give y'all some information? Turki Al-Sheikh so far has not made a bad fight yet.
That's crazy.
His cards he has not had a bad fight yet.
Only one-sided fight I seen was Zhilei Zhang and Wilder.
Right, but that means Deontay Wilder was supposed to. Yeah, everybody was expecting Deontay Wilder to do more than that.
Our boy Jared Anderson and Bukole. Those are the only one-sided fights I see at the end of the day. Whoa, man.
Okay, Free Smoke said Schofield. All right, let's go down this list. Okay, Floyd Schofield, right, has been trying to get a fight with Shakur for I don't know how long. Just had a fight cancel on him and just came off of an injury. Just canceled out of a fight because he had an injury. I think he was a rib or what was wrong with Schofield? I think it was a rib that he got an injury and he couldn't fight H2O. He was supposed to fight H2O, and that's why he didn't fight H2O because he had an injury he was nursing. Okay, not to mention Schofield's over there with Golden Boy, and you already see Golden Boy already reneged on 2 fights already: the Virgil Ortiz Terrence Crawford fight and this William Zepeda fight that he's supposed to be fighting against Shakur Stevenson. Let's keep going down the list.
Hold on. Again, you got to mention he's not ranked in the WBC, so he can't even get that shot.
Okay, and then he's not ranked in the WBC. Then Lemos fights at 140, just fought against Richard Hitchinson, took a loss at 140, been at 140 for his last 2 fights. I don't know why his name would come up. Raymond Mortala right now is trying to get a title shot against Dennis Berinchyk, and probably has Keyshawn Davis on his ass, that he needs to look at and fighting. Not to mention Mortala's a top-ranked fighter. I don't know last time you checked, Bob Arum is petty as hell. You saw how he did Shakur while he was under contract. What do you think he's going to do now? Oh, Andy Cruz. Okay, Andy Cruz just came off of a fight on the Riyadh card that was just here in Los Angeles. You know what I'm saying? Why would they put him in the ring with Shakur Stevenson? All right. Abdul Leave. I'm be honest with you. I'm not familiar with that guy.
Knocked out.
He did? Okay. I'm not familiar with him like that. And Mark Chamberlain. Mark Chamberlain has a fight. He's on the card coming up between between Anthony Joshua and Daniel Dubois. He's on that card. And he's also in the runnings. If he wins this fight, this is a very important fight to him because the winner of this fight puts him as a mandatory for in the conversation of fighting a Dennis Berinchyk.
Or the winner of the WBO title, because Berinchyk has a fight coming up in December, so he's not available.
100%. Puts him next in line. Any other names? Any other names? Feel free to shoot any other names you got for me. Right? And not to mention, shout out to Roscott, none of these guys even mentioned Shakur's name. None of them.
Muratalla, but we know he ain't getting that fight.
It is what it is. It is what it is. Golden Boy prospect under full protection. Free Smoke. So what y'all saying is it's about getting on the October card. Free Smoke. What I'm saying, it's about getting on that card. It's about getting to the money. It's about being an active fighter, bro. This is the decisions you have to make when you've given into and understand that you are into building your brand back up. You understand that activity rhymes with that. Rhymes right with it. Like ham. What is it? Ham and Pam. You know what I'm saying? Like dog and fog. You know what I mean? Like one and gun. It rhymed like that. When you talk about developing and building your brand, activity is key. That's why that card is there. That's the card that's coming up. And why not? When you're getting to be co-main event on a legendary card. This is for an undisputed light heavyweight championship fight for the first time in forever on a fight that most people didn't even believe that we were going to get. Only Turkey Al-Sheikh was able to facilitate this fight, and he gets to be the co-main event on that card. Not to mention it's going to be a pay-per-view card. It's going to be Shakur Stevenson's first pay-per-view, yep. I think. And he's going to be the co-main event of it. And he's going to be the co-main event on the card, bro. Come on, bro. Think about it, Free Smoke. It ain't as crazy as it sounds. Look at it. Look at the opportunity that it is for Shakur Stevenson. Why wouldn't he take this? Why in the world would he sit around and go fight a Muratalla on a free card, on a top rank card probably? Or go fight any of those guys you put on that damn list when he could fight Joe Cordina, who obviously Turkey's interested in seeing fight. The UK's interested in seeing him fight. The matchmakers are interested in seeing him fight as a co-main event on one of the biggest pay-per-view cards of the year. Let's be honest, man. Free Smoke, if it's just for the opportunity to be on the card, then I ain't mad at it. Listen, bro, whatever it takes for you, if you like it, I love it, baby. If you like it, I love it, man. Salute to Free Smoke, man. I'm glad. Didn't I tell you we was going to get through this together, Free?
Yeah,
Free.
Later. We got Black.
We was going to get through it, Free. Didn't I tell you, me and you, we was going to make it happen? Come on, Free. I ain't no liar, bro. No man left behind, brother. No man left behind.
Black Truth. Didn't Earl just get knocked out and move up? And he number one for Fundora? So what are you talking about, bro? Come on, come better with that, bro. Pause. I'm sorry, bro.
And Black Truth, he's not. Listen, Muratalla's not going to be a pay-per-view card. Muratalla just came off his last fight where a lot of people were complaining about it between him and Tevin Farmer. Some people thought he lost the fight.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And then the fight before that was another horrible fight.
Yep.
That he had. So he's not even that must see in comparison to Joe Cordina, who holds his own weight in the UK, and not to mention this opportunity to be a co-main event on one of the biggest pay-per-view cards of the year, his first pay-per-view card. What are we talking about? There's no comparison, bro.
Yo, look, he said he got a terrible example, but yet it's exactly the same. Am I not lying? It's exactly the same. What's terrible about it? And let me tell you something else that coaches of Tank Davis said. What does Joe Cordina bring with him, Clay? You just mentioned it.
He said, I see why I'm so mad. No doubt, Free Smoke. Free Smoke. That's one man down right here. We got Free Smoke on point. Free Smoke. I'm not gonna bill you for this one right here. This was for the free. You know what I'm saying? Our services are always available. Therapy is important. Mental health is important, bro. I'm happy we're able to get out of this together. Free Smoke. No man left behind, man. Shout out to ATP Combat Community, man. Who else needs some help in here?
We gotta help Black Truth. I'm working on him. Hold on. So you said he lost his undisputed fight. Okay. Let me ask you a question. Champion is Undisputed being a champion of the division, Clay?
Say it one more time.
Undisputed, is that being a champion of the division?
Is that being a champion in the division? It's a confusing question.
He was a champion, right? He was a champion at 147, right?
Right.
Okay, so Cordina was a champion at 130. So what is the difference? Okay, so he had more belts. What does that mean? They're still champions, right? We still categorize them the same as champions. Yeah, one was fighting for undisputed. But at the end of the day, that's no comparison, bro. You can't make that reason matter, bro. That's just weak. Why ain't you yelling at your boy Loma for saying I got to go take care of my family?
Yo, shout out to everybody in the building. 33 people in the building. I really appreciate you guys. Salute, salute, salute. Please, if you haven't hit the like button yet, go ahead and hit the like button. It's for free. It helps us on the algorithm, man. You know what I mean? If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. But more importantly, you know what I mean? Help the channel out, man. Don't be a freeloader. Hit the like button, man. It don't cost you nothing.
I'm comparing regular titles now. Okay, my bad. I didn't know I was comparing regular titles. I thought titles were titles, right? That's how y'all looked at it before. But now it's a regular title. Listen. At the end of the day, tell me who's available for him to fight, because we already exposed Mortala's not going to be available. Top Rank ain't letting him fight him. They're not going to put that O on the line for this dude to get mollywopped in the ring.
Especially with the way he's been looking. He's on his way to an O.
They're not going to do that. So who else is he going to fight? Go down the list. We just went down the list of fighters. I did it, and then Clay redid the list.
Salute Rick Timms.
Who's he going to fight, Black Truth? Who's Loma going to fight? Oh, my bad. He's with his family because he had a contract. He was offered a contract. Shakur wasn't even offered a contract. So if you're going to go at that point, make sure you stand on your fighter too. Because, like I said, it's funny when you don't defend your fighter and, he gets to go home and be with his family. Yeah. Come on, bro. Now we up here wilding, talking about Shakur ducking. So why ain't Tank a duck? Because Tank was supposed to send him a contract. Because I'm pretty sure he said, if take Loma off the list and send me a contract. And his coach said, no, you don't bring nothing to the table. Proof that Loma was offered a contract. Were they not negotiating? Didn't Bob go online and say that they were negotiating a fight and they've been in talks for months? Am I lying here?
Nah, Lomachenko was in negotiations even before Tank fought Frank Martin. That it was already understood that Loma was going to be the next fight. Bob Arum communicated. As a matter of fact, Bob Arum said, we were talking about it with Blue today, that Bob Arum had put the negotiations on pause out of respect for Frank Martin.
Thank
out
you,
of respect for Frank Martin, and it came back.
I'm not calling Tank a duck. That's you misunderstanding my point. I said if you're going to call Shakur a duck, you need to reevaluate it. You should be calling Tank a duck because he didn't send a contract to him when he asked for the contract. And I didn't say him, I said his team. So let's just be clear. And if I did, I meant his team. So let's clarify it. But what are we talking about? So we talking is a contract right? What does that even mean? That's a weird question. So talking is a contract right? You got to elaborate on that, bro. It ain't making no sense to me. I think you too caught up in your feelings because Loma went back to California, got punked at the last event. Come on, the ring is there. Come on, let's go. But yet he wanted to sit home and not fight Tank.
Yeah. Shout out to Blaze. Blaze, I'm not sure if I ever seen you before in the chat, man. Welcome to the family if you ain't been here before. And don't forget to hit the like button on your way in and hit that subscribe button, bro. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't subscribed yet, man.
Who was in talks? The management teams were communicating, but there was nothing sent. Like, you understand, the offer was not sent. All boxers, all people talk. He was a free agent. So of course they were talking. It was a fight. But there was nothing sent. There was nothing in stone. There was no reports of him sending the offer. Loma got an offer. They were in negotiations. They were talking for quite a while. I'm just saying, bro. Come on.
Yeah, man. Look, everybody can have their opinion. It's all good, man. I mean, what's the most important thing is, I've already shared my perspective on it. We're not going to agree on everything, but yeah, man, I'm happy to see Shakur active and getting ready to be inside of a fight like this. Not a fight with Joe Cordina, but on this card, for the money he's probably about to get, for the exposure he's about to probably get on an international stage in front of the whole entire world. If he could put on that show, which Joe Cordina more than likely is going to be a great dancing partner for Shakur Stevenson. He's going to be there for him to box and hit all night. Shakur gets an opportunity to make the best out of this whole situation. And too many times we get too comfortable with these fighters waiting around to fight your favorite fighter. And that just ain't cutting it. And boxing is changing. And shout out to the Thumb thumbnail. Boxing first. Jordan Smith. I find it funny how a 130-pounder moving up, coming off of a KO loss, will fight. Hold on a second. Let me put you on here. I find it funny how a 130-pounder moving up, coming off of a KO loss, will fight Shakur, but Tank won't fight Shakur. Can't make this up. Face of boxing doing face of boxing things. Exactly, Jordan. Exactly, Jordan. Exactly, Jordan.
Black,
it is what it is.
Take lessons, Black.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Real. Let's move it forward.
Fact, staying active equals staying sharp. 100%, Roscott. We know the rules of this game, Roscott. We know how these fighters need to be. You know what I mean? We know what happens to these fighters who aren't active enough, who ain't fighting, and who just take the biggest fights in the world only and don't fight tune-ups. No shots thrown. They get pieced up. You know what I'm saying? They get pieced up. Let me see here. Look, Blaze, Shakur is young. He has an opportunity to put on a spectacular performance by putting all his skills together. 100%, Blaze. 100%, Blaze. That's all it come down to, man. He's taking an opportunity and he's putting his career first. And it's not all about Tank, and it's not all about Canelo Alvarez, bro. And you guys are gonna have to adjust to that and get to understanding that. And these are the intangibles and the things that Turki Al-Sheikh brings to the table. He brings this part to boxing. So when your favorite fighter doesn't want to make the fight you want to see, when your favorite fighter doesn't feel like fighting the fight you want to see him fight, that other fighter doesn't have the B-side fighter, quote unquote, doesn't have to sit on the sideline and wait. He has the options. There are big fights for him to make out there. This fight with Cordina may not to you guys be a big fight, but it is because of the magnitude of the card, because of the magnitude of the exposure he's about to get. Watch how much promotion this card gets, how much promotion Turkey's going to put on this card. Who knows what the trailer is about to look like? You know what I'm saying? We don't know what it's going to look like. You saw what they did for Terrence and Madrimov, how crazy that was. You saw what they did for Anthony Joshua and Francis Ngannou. You saw what they did with Tyson Fury and Francis Ngannou. You saw what they did with that 5v5 card. Those trailers were crazy. Why wouldn't Shakur Stevenson take an opportunity to be involved in something like this where he can get the promotion he needs while he's a free agent? And he's got Turki Al-Sheikh, who has his back financially, and he has Eddie Hearns, one of the best promoters in boxing right now, working for him for damn near for free, just to keep him free so that when Tank does send that contract, that nobody can't use no excuse that, oh, he was on the wrong side of the street. Tank don't mess with Eddie Hearn. Look at the intelligence in the chess that's being played on the side of that, on the side of the street right now between Eddie Hearn, Shakur Stevenson, Turkey. Come on, man.
Yo, you know what's funny? I'm glad I just heard that. So, you know there was a profit made on the event, right? With Turki Al-Sheikh that just happened. There was a profit made. They think because the fighters, they think it's a loss because he didn't make back what he spent. Isn't return on investment is making 25% of what you spend? He made more than 25%. Y'all don't even look at the numbers correctly. Y'all got to know business. All these people out here just saying stuff. Bro, he made a profit. I don't hear nobody complaining or crying about, and I hate doing this, bro. I really don't like knocking the PBC because it's not about them. But I don't hear y'all crying when Showtime told them they need to pay them back, and they was in a hole for 14 years to them, bro. It was 14 years in a hole for losing money, but nobody talks about that. Y'all just forgot about it, brushed under a rug. And then y'all sit here and y'all all y'all fans that support PBC and hate Turkey have turned into Rick Glazer to try to kick a hole in his back end on Turki Al-Sheikh because he's trying to unify the boxing world. Bro, he's not out here promoting fights. He's out here bringing promoters together so they can cross the street and have a platform. So they don't have to go from East-West Avenue to West Avenue to meet. Whatever I just said. You know what I mean. From A side to B side. Bro, they can meet right in the middle. Guess what? That's a neutral battlefield. Now we can fight. There's nobody holding us back. We got the money coming. Bro, let's do it. So y'all looking at it differently, like y'all really trying to kick this guy's back in when all he's doing is unifying boxing. Like, look at the overall landscape of things. Stop looking at the small pictures and all these other things, bro. I can't, bro. It's a lot of, like I said, it's a lot of fanism and the casual committees out there just spreading narratives and just pushing lies, bro. Y'all know what it is. If you really research all your stuff, you know what it is.
Right. Yeah, man. The card is going to get the promotion, man. The budget that's getting ready to get put behind this event. Shakur Stevenson is getting ready to be part of an epic event, bro. You don't turn away from this unless you have a Tank Davis fight lined up. You know what I'm saying? And that fight isn't lined up. So if you guys are upset about what you're seeing here with Shakur Stevenson and who he's fighting, then the blame and the pressure and the eyes should be shined on Tank Davis's team, because Tank Davis is his own boss. He's a face of boxing. Canelo Alvarez gets what he wants. Tank can do the same thing. If the fight ain't made, it's because Tank don't want the fight yet. Nothing's done by mistake, and there's no coincidences. Tank don't want the fight with Shakur Stevenson right now. And, you know, a lot of people want me to say that Tank is a duck, and I'm not willing to say that, because I look at it as a duck as a person who has a fight lined up, a contract signed, and pulls out of the fight, or something close to like what a Lomachenko did. I would look at it as more of a duck. This is a situation where it's strategy. You know what I mean? Maybe he wants to get the Loma fight first. Maybe he wants to save Shakur for a date that they can lock in at MGM, or maybe they want to have the fight in Atlantic City where they both can kind of bring their fan bases from Jersey and from Baltimore, pack out a stadium and have something crazy. There's different ways and different things and different reasons as to why these fights aren't made at times, but the fan base really need to get out their feelings and stop acting so moist about it, man. Trying to point a finger at somebody and be upset with somebody who's doing what he has to do for his career. This is a huge card, man. I don't know how you guys can't see that. I don't know what to tell you, man. Clay, when was that fight signed? When was the fight signed? What fight? This fight? I don't know. Recently, or they just let out the information today. So I don't know when the fight was signed. You know what I mean? Let me see. Lance Meyer said, "Why would Turkey pay that many taxes to the U.S. governor?" What? Lance, what is that fact? He just said the U.S. governor, bro.
No, because he's talking. Somebody said up there he always has the fights in Saudi Arabia.
Oh, government, no doubt, Lance. Yeah. Okay, my bad.
That's what I'm saying, it makes sense what he's saying. Like I get it, but he's moving fights across. Listen, he had fights in England. The guy has fights in other places in Europe. It's not just Saudi Arabia. He just had a fight in Los Angeles. He said he's going to try to get a big fight in Mexico. Actually, that's why he wanted Canelo. He wanted to put on a big fight in Mexico. He's trying to move the fights around the world. He's trying to bring boxing into a space where we can all sit there and pay for these fights and not get gypped for watching these fights for $90 and not having nothing. That card was lit. He had, right. Let's look at other places that they have. Right, let's look at the other fights he has. He always has great fighters and great fights on these cards. He lines them up. Whether they win or lose, outmatched or whatever, that's on the fighters. They took the fight, they signed the contract. They got in the ring. That's not on us. That's not on him. But at the end of the day, we have to understand, like, yo, we are getting good fights. We are looking at these cards, and we like, yo, this is a good fight. There's not one card I've seen that he made that we was like, that's not a good fight, except for the ones you guys are complaining about with the Shakur Stevenson Joe Cordina, and we don't know how that fight's going to look, because nobody thought that our boy Raymond Ford was going to lose to Nick Ball. Nobody thought Deontay Wilder was going to lose to the dude out in what's his name in January, Clay. What's the dude's name? Nobody. Anyway, but nobody thought he was going to lose to him. Nobody thought Jared Anderson was going to lose to Bacali, whatever his name is, Broccoli.
Martin Bacoli, bro. Don't do that.
You know that. You know, I know. I just couldn't say it. I had to get it out. Pause. But anyway, what I'm saying is, yo, these things happen, man, and we have to just take it for what it is. And yeah, Ball did show himself against Vargas. You're absolutely right. But guess what?
Against Raymond Ford.
Before that, did you know who Nick Ball was? And if you did, congratulations, because a lot of people weren't exposed to that guy. And that incited the eyes of Turki Al-Sheikh and his matchmakers to say, yo, this guy would be great fighting Raymond Ford. I think Raymond Ford would be a good fight for him. Guess what? They got in there and they made it happen. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, we got to understand, hey, Clackett was a top-ranked fighter. That was a top-ranked fight. He didn't do that. But guess what? It was a good fight, and we don't know how that's going to work, right? That's the same shit. That's the same thing we're saying here, 2 cents. We don't know how Cordina's going to come in the ring against Shakur. He might shock the world, bro.
Yeah,
we don't know that.
Let me build on this card a little bit right here. For TY wants to know what's on the card. So, I mean, I could tell you, obviously, you know, Beterbiev Bivol. You got Shakur versus Joe Cordina. We've got Chris Eubank Jr. on the card, fighting against Camille Zerameda. And this is going to be one of those fights. I bet you this is going to be one of those fights that Eastern European going to mess around and clip Chris Eubank Jr. Remember, I told you. You got Fabio Wardley. you know what I'm saying, who's going to be fighting against Frazier Clark. That's going to be a good fight. You got Jai Opetaia, who's going to be defending his title against Jack Massey. That's going to be a decent fight. Jai's going to probably sleep him. We got Ben Whitaker, Pernell Whitaker's nephew. I'm just playing. I just made that up. I don't think he's his nephew, but you know why I'm calling him Pernell, or you know what I mean? But you got him fighting against Liam Cameron. Yeah, and then you got Sky Nicholson fighting Raven Chapman, and you got Muhammad Alakel versus Jesus Gonzalez. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be opening the card. You know what I mean? That's what, 7 fights on this card, bro.
Right.
7 fights.
And there's 6 fighters on here that not 6. Yeah, 6 fighters out of all of them.
Yeah, Black says Fabio and Frazier is going to be your pick for fight of the night. It's going to be a great fight. That's going to be a great fight, bro. This is a great card, bro. This is a great card. Yeah, he gonna step on that dude. He needs somebody to step on, bro. He needs somebody to step on, bro. So it's gonna be right on time, Free Smoke. He gonna need somebody. Thank God, and he gets somebody to step on this card. If Shakur Stevenson has this huge performance against Joe Cordina on this card, he's gonna have a huge fight on one of the biggest cards of the year as a co-main event. You know how huge that's gonna be for his career? Do you know what that's going to do for him? This fight blows away any other fight opportunity that Shakur Stevenson has on the table except for Tank Davis. That's the only fight that's better than this fight for Shakur Stevenson. All those fighters that you're talking about, none of those fights are bigger than this fight. If you want to be honest and take a look at it and be honest, none of them are bigger than this fight because it gives Shakur Stevenson the opportunity to be on one of the biggest cards of the year, and he has somebody who he can piece up. And I don't want to hear nothing about no cherry picks or whatever because, listen, bro, I don't even want to go there, bro, because some of your favorite fighters have been getting served.
Walking through Home Depot, picking up people.
Grand buffets, you know what I'm saying? Grand buffets, bro. Going back to the buffet, eating all night, being pigs. Filling up 2 plates. You ever go to the Grand Buffet and you see the guy who gets 3 plates? He won't even start eating until there's 4 plates in front of him at the buffet. You're like, damn, bro. He got a full plate. He done brought it to the table, sat it down, went up, got a fresh plate, and filled up the next way. Like, damn, dude, you can't just eat that up and come back to the buffet? Nah, bro, you never know what things might be running out. He got 4 plates in front of him. You know your fighters is out there eating like that, beating up on these dudes, knocking them out, getting all them highlight reels. You know what I mean? Doing that all day long. Yeah, so you know what? At the end of the day, Shakur got an opportunity to get a highlight reel. And if he's able to do this on this card, epic. He got the money behind him. He got the crowd behind him. He going to the table to Williams and Pater like, what's up? Big money, big exposure. He even Tank Davis, big money, big exposure. And let's not forget, guys, that Turki Al-Sheikh is in communication with the PBC. They just had a meeting. That Turki Al-Sheikh is walking away from like, yeah, we had some good talks. So don't ever get it twisted. Like I said, don't be hating so much because who you hating might be standing next to your favorite fighter in 2025 with that long handshake.
Facts, Rick Tim.
You know what I'm saying? With that long handshake, shaking his hand, talking about welcome to Riyadh season. This is going to be a great event. Don't be shocked. Don't be shocked. Shout out to OJ. Opetaia has a talent, but why this opponent? That's who's up next up. I don't know. I don't know nothing about Jack Massey. I ain't gonna lie to you.
It's a tough division to really start picking fighters. Listen, you get to a point, and I just want to draw a parallel to y'all real quick. Like Clarissa Shields fighting at the heavier weights, she don't have much competition up there. So cruiserweight and light heavyweight's actually starting to build up, but the cruiserweight division is not many people up there that's going to be names or great fighters. We just have to see who gets in the ring and fights, basically. So, you know what I mean? Last fight he had was a pretty good fight. So,
no doubt. Shout out to Rick Timms. Rick Timms says Shakur has a chance to show up big. A stoppage will be lovely, especially now that he's in a foul move. Talk to him, Rick.
You know, real quick before you go to the next one, a lot of people don't even realize too that when Shakur fought last time he had a fight like this and he moved up to 135 and he fought Yoshino, no fighter after that wanted to get in the ring with him. Nobody. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, now everybody want to kick his back in because he's taking a similar fight. Yoshino's no different than this dude, bro. And we was all hopes and glory and jumping up and down saying he the best at 135 at that point. He needed to fight Tank. He needed to fight Devin. Now, y'all kicking his back in for taking a similar fight. It's crazy. And he getting a bag for it.
Yeah, for sure, man. Let me see here. Breeder's just retired. Yep, yeah, OJ. He just retired. And Otai beat him in a very close fight in their last fight. Very close fight, man. Yeah, man. All this Loma's a duck is real. It wouldn't be no business on the Golden Boy platform. They dirty as it gets. Snakes. Yeah, man. And that's another person you need to talk to about not getting the fight, man. That's nasty work what they got going over there with Zepeda and Virgil Ortiz, and the way Oscar just just yes, man, yes, man, yes, man. Then as soon as everybody go home, he changed his whole game plan up. Oh, let's put a fight. Nah, I'm gonna let Virgil Ortiz make the decision. Nah, I'm gonna let Zepeda make the decision. You guys ain't really looking at the bigger picture, man. Shakur been trying to put the biggest fights, and he's probably one of the most ducked fighters in boxing today. Be honest with yourself. Probably one of the most ducked fighters in boxing today. Who's been ducked more than Shakur Stevenson? Maybe Boots. I say Boots.
I'm kidding.
Boots has been ducked a lot. I'll say Boots. That's about it. You know what I'm saying? After in that,
in the recent fighters, or
I'm just talking about current times, present time right now. Who's been ducked more than Shakur Stevenson? Boots. That's about it.
Jeez.
Even David Benavidez hasn't been ducked that much. He's been ducked by Canelo, but everybody else has been up to fight him.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's crazy. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
He's been ducked, bro. This dude's been sitting around trying to make fights forever, trying to make the biggest fights forever. He tried to make a fight with Devin. He tried to make a fight with Tank. He tried to make a fight with Emmanuel Navarrete. He tried to make a fight with William Zepeda. He tried to make a fight with Lomachenko. All rejection after rejection.
Well, and to be all fairness too, man, with that, when he called out Navarrete, Top Rank wouldn't even let that fight happen because he wouldn't sign a 3-fight deal with him.
Exactly.
A 5-fight deal for $3 million. That was crazy. They took that away from him for pettiness. That's why I said, y'all looking at these Top Rank fighters, he's not going to get those fights because of pettiness over there. Bob has an issue right now with that.
And then try to get him clipped by Edwin De Los Santos. That was a clip. That was a setup for whatever. They were trying to get him clipped so De Los Santos could get that belt off of Shakur, man. Y'all know what that was, bro. And then Shakur had to give y'all the most boring fight in the history of boxing. You know what I'm saying? With the least punches ever thrown, had to walk away and finesse you guys out of that opportunity. And then he finessed the whole boxing game. And then he got in the ring, and then they gave him Artem when he was sitting there trying to make a fight with Raymond Moratala, or he was trying to make a fight with he was trying to make a unification fight, trying to get a fight with Lomachenko, trying to get anything he could get going, and they put him up in there with Artem, bro. Come on, man.
No, it wasn't. It was not ordered. That fight wasn't ordered. He took that fight. He wanted to fight. What's his name? Edwin De Los Santos kept calling him out, and he petitioned to fight for that belt, and they gave it to him. That wasn't ordered. He petitioned, and the WBC. I guess kind of. Yeah, I guess you want to say it was ordered. I'm not going to stand on it, but yeah, you're right. I guess so. You can look at it that way.
Yeah, I mean, look. At the end of the day. Congratulations to Shakur Stevenson, man.
Absolutely.
Big fights coming on that card. Congratulations. Exactly, 2 cents. I forgot. Frank pulled out the fight.
Right.
And
that's what I was going to say. Yeah.
Pitbull declined, for sure. Exactly. Because Zepeda declined twice.
Pitbull was ordered to fight him. And then they moved to Frank Martin. Frank Martin did the deal and then realized that his team kicked his back in on the bag. It was like, nah, it's too risky to go over there and fight that fight.
Then he went over there and got clipped by Tank. Right. Shout out to the 42 people in the building. Let's get them likes up, guys. Back out and hit the like buttons right quick, man. Really appreciate you guys being with us here tonight. And if you ain't subscribed yet, subscribe to the channel, man. Appreciate you guys, man. For sure. Yeah, man. Boxing is great, man. Boxing first, man. That's all it comes down to. Now we finally get to see Beterbiev, Bivol. Let's talk about some of the fights on this card as well, man. Why not? Let's talk about some of these fights on the card because we got some stars that are going to get made on the card, and obviously we're going to get some boxes checked off and some questions answered between Beterbiev and Bivol. Finally, Beterbiev coming off of an injury, and age-wise, how old is he going to be going into this fight? Like 39? How old is he going to be?
Who?
Beterbiev. How old is Beterbiev going to be going?
He's like 46 or 47. He's crazy. He's up there. He's like 42, man. He's 42 or something like that.
He ain't no damn 42. Hold on a
second.
He's
30. He's 38. 39, 38. Right.
Exactly. This man went from like.
No, I was just messing with you, Clay.
No, you weren't messing with me because I knew he wasn't. That's why I'm like, let me just pull it up because he's gonna see me keep playing these games with me.
Out there. No, he's
like Beterbiev is,
he's 39. Yeah, I already got it on the screen.
All right, cool. So Beterbiev, we're gonna see if that age hits him out the blue. You know what I mean? You know how that age works nowadays. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Let's see if he gets old all of a sudden. And we got Bivol coming off of a great performance. I don't remember who that last guy, what the name of that guy, but it was a good fight, a last minute replacement when he was supposed to be fighting. Who is Bivol supposed to be fighting his last fight, and he fell out the fight? No, it was Beterbiev. He was supposed to be fighting Beterbiev in his last fight. And he ended up getting that last minute replacement with Malik Zinad. That's who it was, Malik Zinad. And ended up getting that TKO. First knockout he's had in years, man.
5 years or something like that,
yeah. 2018 was the last time he got a TKO, and that was against Sullivan Barrera. He showed out in that last fight. And like I said, when I saw that last fight with Bivol, I said, damn, he just made the Beterbiev fight even more interesting with that performance because everybody was saying that Beterbiev was going to bring the stopping power and that Bivol was going to bring the boxing, which I still think is still the same. But Bivol showed that, listen, man, I still got some pop. You know what I'm saying? I'm still outside. I'm not the guy to get pushed on. I'm not the guy to get overpressured or bullied. I know how to deal with a bully. And him and Artur Beterbiev, that fight became even more interesting at that point. And I ain't going to lie, I'm leaning towards Bivol to walk away with this win at this point. What do you think?
Yeah, I actually got Bivol. I've been calling Bivol for a minute. I think he's a better boxer. I think Beterbiev does show some talent with cutting off the ring and things of that nature. But I've always seen him fight in the smaller rings. He's never fought in a decent sized ring where he had the opponent could elude him. His last fight that I seen him on Top Rank when he fought, he did beat the guy that came up from light heavyweight.
Caleb Smith.
Yeah, Caleb Smith. Yes. He was able to land some good shots on Beterbiev, and it took Beterbiev a while to really hurt him. And Beterbiev was around the ring chasing him back and forth, cutting it off. Bivol's going to attack. Back foot. He has lateral movement. He's going to be able to move around, and he's going to attack him. And I wouldn't be surprised watching his last fight if Beterbiev feels any type threatened or any other way, or he feels he has advantage, he's going to apply pressure to Bivol's going to apply pressure to Beterbiev, and he's going to hurt him. And you're going to see something that you've never seen before, especially at this point where Beterbiev is actually aging and he's coming off an injury. So don't be surprised if you see him KO'd or if he's if he dies, he dies. Don't be surprised if you see him hurt, if you see him dropped, if you see him get outboxed, if you see his face looking like Martin, like Earl did. You know, shout out to my boy Earl Spence, by the way. But if you see his face look like that, don't be surprised because I'm telling you, Bivol is going to show you guys that he is the real deal, and he's going to move on and fight whoever's next, whether it be Morrell or the other dude, Benavidez. So we'll see what's going on.
No doubt, no doubt. 42 people in the building, 34 likes. Let's make the likes match the people in the building, man. I appreciate you guys. Let's go down to another fight. Beterbiev and Bivol, super competitive fight. Yeah, man, I'm still leaning towards Bivol, but man, Beterbiev in that Caleb Smith fight, you pretty much said it all in that. He showed me the boxing skills. It seems like both these guys, both their last fights showed different facets of their game. Bivol showed he still got the power. He's still able to stand up to a bully, and he's still able to stop somebody if they think shit is sweet, right? And Beterbiev showed, yeah, we got Caleb Smith who wants to move around the ring. I can cut the ring off. I can box. I can set shots up. I can change levels still. I can make opportunities and still get that stoppage, even with somebody who supposedly boxes better than me. That makes the match even more interesting. We're going to have to see both of them tap into both of those bags in this fight. I'm very convinced that Beterbiev is going to have to step his boxing up, and I'm sure Bivol is going to have to step up his power and sit down on some of his punches and make Beterbiev respect him. And I think that's going to be the name of the game. Can either one of these fighters bend the other fighter and make them respect them on the level that they don't think they could be respected on? So will Bivol get the power? Respect? Will Bivol be able to get Beterbiev to respect his power, and will Beterbiev get Bivol to respect his boxing abilities? It's going to be a real, styles make fights. There's a reason why this fight took so long to be made, why we almost missed it. This was always known to be a very competitive fight, and it was going to take a bag like what Turkey had to bring this fight to us. And once again, the boxes that Turkey checks for us as far as fans getting the fights we want to see. It's going to be a great fight. 100% great fight. I'm not even going to cover the Shakur Stevenson Joe Cordina fight, but I'll say this. Shakur Stevenson gets an opportunity to take some chances and take some risk in this fight. He's not going to be, I don't think, Joe Cordina still got a little pop on him now. Joe Cordina ain't nothing to play with, you know what I mean? He's still there, but he's coming up for 130, and Shakur gets an opportunity to kind of take where he left off on the Artem fight, right? And he got the advice from Andre Ward and from Terrence Crawford, from the people who he respects, let him know, like, yo, you could step up, let your hands go a little bit. You could have did more in that Artem fight. He gets to act out on that on a big card, on a pay-per-view card, his first pay-per-view card. He gets a chance to show out, and we'll see what he's able to deliver to us against a fighter like Joe Cordina. You know what I mean? This is an important fight for Shakur Stevenson. What do we think about Chris? I don't know anything about this fighter he's fighting against, Kamil Zerameda. Does anybody in the building know about Kamil Zerameda? Let me pull him up.
5-2-2. Nope. I can tell you this, though. He's from Poland, so another Eastern European. 34 years old. No, this doesn't look. This looks like a guy. He has 8 KOs and 20. His knockout percentage is like 30%.
Zermaine. So this is a fight made for Chris Eubanks Jr. to really shine on. You know what I'm saying? Right. But let me see something here. Let me just pull him up. SCERE. SCERE. Let's see here.
Here's the fun thing. Here's the fun thing about this about Kamil Zerameda.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the fun thing. Turkey makes great fights, bro. It's guys we don't know and guys we just don't recognize, and he puts them in the ring with people that we do know or heard of.
Mm-hmm.
And they're showstoppers, bro. They just come out here and they put on better performance than we think because we don't know who the fighter is.
Right.
I really don't know this guy. I'm actually going to have to do some research on him. I do.
Yeah, I'm looking at him right now.
Have a few advantages. I won't be. I'll say that I think he has advantages with reach, and I think he has advantages with height a little bit. As far as KOs, things of that nature, probably power, but Chris Eubanks has become a boxer now. He's not looking to stop people. He's looking to dominate the fight the best way he can. Remember, he's an age fighter. He's at 34 years old, in the boxing ring. So he's fighting another guy that's up there in age. So they're around the same age. It's going to be a good fight. This might be the fight of the night. You said the other fight was? Or you saying this fight was?
Say it one more time.
You said this might be the fight of the night?
No way. I didn't say that.
I think this will.
No. I did say that. I said this is going to be the fight that slept on. That ends up being the fight that.
This is going to be the fight of the night. I promise you. This is going to be the fight that everybody's like, wow, that was a good fight.
No doubt. Yeah, this is a fight for Chris Eubanks to show out, man. Make a statement. You know what I mean? Potentially set up a fight with a Conor. Potentially set up. Is Bomac training Eubanks? I would think so.
Yeah, I think he's still his trainer. He just can't train him when he fights in England. So.
Right. So this fight puts him in position there's fights to be built up for Chris Eubanks Jr. Obviously, the Conor Benn fight is a big fight for the UK that they still want to see come together. Chris Eubanks was just in the conversation for fighting Canelo Alvarez, didn't make it, you know what I mean? But he was supposed to be the fight. It was between him and Berlanga, and obviously we know Berlanga won that. So this puts him in that conversation, throws him in position to also maybe step up and head to a 168 after this. You know what I'm saying? Was this fight going to be at 168?
That's a great question.
What's this fight going to be at?
This is going to be middleweight.
Just 160?
160, they're calling it. But they might weigh in at they might both come in a little heavier. Let me see where this other guy for his last couple of fights. He weighed in 165. They had 159, 161, 162. He's been back and forth. Most of his fights though have been at 160. So, they might, and the same with Chris Eubanks. Chris Eubanks has been, teetering a few fights above 160. He played the super middleweight a little bit too. So they might both be able to make it, Clay. I mean, this might be a statement fight there. Might put somebody in position for a title or a shot for some type of interim.
Okay. Well, look, man, big fight. Then you got let's see here. We got Fabio Wardley versus Frazier Clark, which I think is going to be a bar burner. I think most people are looking at this to be the an equivalent to, you know, the Eastside Cruz and Ra Venezuela fight, or maybe even the Martin Bacoli, Jared Anderson fight. It's going to be a heavy puncher fight right here. Both Fabio and Frazier Clark don't really take no shorts in the ring. A barn burner, I think. Is this going to be cruiser? What weight is this going to be? What's Fabio Wardley fight at? Anybody here?
Saying, it says heavyweight.
Heavyweight? Okay, so it's going to be a heavyweight fight. Okay. So, yeah, Martin Bacoli, Jared Anderson type level fight. Somebody's probably not going to make it. This fight's probably not going to go 12 rounds. You know what I mean? I wouldn't think it was, looking at the rec right here.
Yeah, and they're fighting for the British boxing heavyweight championship or something like that, like some type of belt that they have over there. If anybody is in the chat from England, I don't know if Echo's here or anyone. There's a British heavyweight championship, so that's what they're fighting for. I think the last person to hold that title too was Dubois. I think he had that title at one point.
No doubt, no doubt. Yeah, 8 wins, 6 knockouts. Yeah. Fabio Wardley sitting on 17 wins, 16 knockouts. Yeah, this ain't going 12 rounds.
Yeah, it's a barn burner right here.
No doubt. Then you got Jai Opata and Jack Massey, knockout. An entertaining fight. Ben Whitaker's on this card. He gets to be on the main card. Fight against Lehman Cameron. You know how Ben Whitaker brings it. It's going to be entertainment, straight entertainment, and probably going to end in the stoppage as well. And then, you know, we got Sky Nicholson and Raven Chapman. It's going to be Sky probably boxing the brakes off this girl. No stoppage.
Right number 4 though, Clay.
Who, Raven Chapman?
She gonna beat her up. Never mind. Just by looking at her smile, her profile pic, I'm like, nah, this is it. No.
She ain't built for this.
Exactly. Nah, I don't even know how you got ranked that high. Nah, I don't know. Okay, but she might surprise the world, but I doubt it.
I'm actually kind of shocked that that Turkey got the females on here. I didn't think he was gonna let the females box on his card.
Well, guess what? Guess what's so funny? I heard this through the grapevine. I think it was yesterday or today that somebody was saying that Turkey not gonna have him. He's gonna put him in headgear and drape him with some clothing and stuff, right? And I heard one of our friendly visitors that come into our chat say, "Watch, it's going to happen. You're going to see. Yeah, he's going to have females on his card." And guess what?
Just like that, huh?
Just like that. You know what Turkey's singing right now? They not like us. They not like us. No, I'm just playing.
Yo, shout out to OJ in the building, man. Building with us in the chat. Really appreciate the contribution to the content, man. OJ says Ben Whitaker is a good personality for boxing, but his last performance didn't overly impress. Seems like he lacks power. I think he plays a little bit. The competition be stepping up. We're gonna see more of a more fundamentally sound Ben Whitaker as he gets exposed by taking all the chances he takes. I think a lot of people sleep on his ability and they look at him like he's a one-trick pony or like he plays too much and they're expecting for him to get clipped. I think that last fight kind of settled him down a little bit and made him kind of a little bit more calm. Him getting headbutted in the face and everything, you know, playing all those games and pissing everybody off. I expect for him to start settling into his actual serious boxing mode, and I want to see what that looks like. I want to see if he can generate that power. I want to see if he can still be as elusive and as athletic and still entertain the crowd too. Why not? Let's see what he does. Boxing Kangaroo says Bomac only allowed to go armed with Doritos. Bro, all right, Boxing Kangaroo.
Cheetos, bro. It's not Doritos, it's Cheetos.
Cheetos only allowed to go armed with Cheetos, bro. Yo, man. I need Bomac to go on a diet, man. I don't want to see him fade to black, man, on us like that, man. Come on, man. Don't go out like
him climbing his pickup truck. No. Never mind.
I need that man to get it together, man. He doesn't need to be walking around looking like that, man. He's making way too much money, and he has access to too many resources to be sitting there walking around that heavy. You can see he ain't even supposed to be that heavy because his head and his arms don't match his body, bro.
Tell him to reach you, Clay. Tell him to help you.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. Let me see. Tuesday, my brother. Shout out to Jose. True stranger than fiction. What's good, family? How you, King? How you? You know what I mean? Let's see here. Okay, that's looking better. It's looking better. It's definitely looking better.
Dope.
And
What
so,
you
yo, I
say?
want.
Stop. Yo, bro.
He be
Stop.
going there, don't he? He always find a way to play around. You the biggest troll, bro. You the biggest
there's
troll.
certain things out this let slide, and it'd be funny. This is kind of funny, but it's just, bro, you crossing lines, bro. You habitual line stepper, and you know you are. And you know you about to laugh right now, bro. It's not funny, bro.
Yeah, Leroy.
It is, but it's not, bro. You gotta chill, bro.
Salute, Leroy. Yeah, we were chopping it up about Shakur and this whole situation, and basically just building on this card right now. That finally got put together. This Beterbiev Bivol, the actual full card's been put together, but we went through that already. We could politic about whatever. Yo, you know what I want to talk about? I don't want to distract, but if y'all not interested, I understand. But I want to build with my boy real quick. Yo, so we got a content creator who's got a lot of heat on his neck right now, who's finally bumped into and tripped on a somewhat of a landmine. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to GHB TV. If you guys aren't subscribed, please subscribe to that channel. My guy Greg Hackett over there, man. That's somebody who I've seen come from the ground up in this content creation space. Really isn't his personality to do it, but has grown into his own and is really one of the fastest growing boxing content creators in the space right now. But ran into his first real deal troll, I think. You know what I mean? Somebody who really who was able to get his attention. Did you get a chance to see the video with him and Floyd Schofield Sr.?
Yeah, I watched the whole video.
Right. I'm gonna be 100 with you, man. When I watched the whole video from beginning to end, I kind of understood where Senior was coming from. You know what I'm saying?
You spelled it wrong.
Yeah, man. We're gonna talk about Leroy. You already know, right? But I understood where Senior was coming from, bro. You know what I'm saying? I think he was out of pocket a little bit just getting into a situation like that. I think he got to kind of be careful about those situations. It's about your son. You kind of put the pressure on your son in a real negative way when you do that. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, him and GHB got it. And Greg Hackett got at it. You know what I'm saying? But that's not what this is about, because that happens. What happened was Southpaw decided to jump up on the back. Southpaw on the back side of that decided to try to kick Greg Hackett's back in. Well, Greg really don't play like that. You know what I'm saying? Greg is just not the same as a lot of content creators in the space. And you guys know, you go to the channels, you see what these guys are doing out here. You see the toxic energy. You see what they're doing out here. And Greg just ain't having it, right? So now he got Southpaw, like pretty much on site.
He on neighborhood watch.
Yeah, he wants to talk to that man by any means necessary. And I'm just watching this thing unfold right now. And the low key, I want to kind of, I don't know if Bangs is watching. Like, somebody reach out to Greg and be like, "Yo, Greg, man, let this slide, bro. Just let it go." Because
they did. They tried to tell him, Clay. They was telling him, but here's the thing. Bang was like, "Yo, you know how we do." I'm like, man, we grown, bro. Yeah. Sometimes you got to let them people that like the, you know what I mean, put the whoopee cushion in the chairs while you going to sit down. You just gotta leave them alone, man. Let them play by themselves. Just
don't get dragged too deep into it, man, because it's toxic and you don't need it, and you're building such a niche for yourself, and you're so like Greg Hackett's like one of the best ones in the space right now. And like I said, I was watching Greg Hackett when he had like a couple hundred subscribers. I remember when he was just on YSM, just literally Mel was over there just completely just recording him all the time and trying to motivate him to put this space together, and he's just blowing up so fast, you know what I'm saying? But Southpaw got him out his character right now, or I'm be honest with you, got him in his character, because this is really up his lane. Like, this is right down his street. They don't know. Southpaw don't know, but he about to find out. He about to find out, bro. I'm telling you.
There's something that Clay always tells me, and toxic exactly is what it is. So when you deal with certain people, and I even had an interaction with the homegirl, and I ain't gonna disrespect. You know what? But he disrespect me, so you know what? No, he is a homegirl. But anyway, little pup there. So anyway, we gotta understand that. Clay always tells me, like, yo, listen, man, we grown ass men out here, bro. You know what I mean? You can't let people play with you, but at the same time, you got to know what moves to make. You know what I mean? Because these people are going to try to push your buttons. So we can't get in our feelings over dumb niche. You know what I mean? You can't, because once you start getting your feelings over it, what happens with men getting his feelings? Female getting their feelings. No disrespect to the females out here, but they getting their feelings. They allowed to overreact and have these feelings. Men getting in their feelings causes war. That's when they start pushing the red button, and next thing you know, you got nuclear holocaust and all this stuff going around the world. So we have to understand that, once you start playing with your emotions, you let people start playing with your emotions, bad things happen. And you know what? Sometimes you pick the wrong one. This dude picked the wrong one, and whatever happens. But hey, that's what happens, Clay. Like I said,
I mean, look, you don't get in the middle of it. You know what I mean? And shout out to 2 Cents. You right, bro. We definitely riding with GH, man. We 100% riding with GH. Right. No questions asked. That's a fact. There's no questions about that. Not even a little bit. You know what I mean? But I hope he's able to not. You know what I mean? I hope he's able to get through this and not, put anything he's worked for at risk. You know what I'm saying? Or, he got a new daughter, man. You know what I'm saying? You just hear you hear her in the background, and you see how Greg's face lights up when she stares at him, and he gets caught up, and he's doing a family thing with the wifey, with the kid. He got the gym popping, he got the channel going ham. I just don't want to see him putting a risk. I don't want to see him putting all of that at risk. He's got so much going on. He got a whole community. I think last time I checked, the subscribers was like up over 15,000 subscribers. He's one of the fastest growing spaces in the game. I think his channel started like back in like January or maybe a little bit before that. You know what I'm saying? He's been on for less than a year for sure, and he is going. He's going. Don't want to see him get set back, man. But we'll see what happens. I mean, it's on the internet, so we'll see what happens. But hilarious at the same time, entertaining at the same time to kind of see this going on, because I really understand that, Southpaw, in my opinion, you know what I'm saying, you bit off a little more you can chew this time around, bro. This is going to be a different – we're going to find out about you. That's what I'm going to say.
At the end of the day, I don't know who I want to see lose worse, Jake Paul or Southpaw.
I mean, it's not – he went on GHP channel? No, he didn't go on the channel, OJ. He tried to kick his back in off of a conversation that he had with Floyd Sr. Right. And Greg's been going for the past 2 days trying to get him on the channel. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get him to come on the channel. He won't come on the channel, but from what Greg said, they politicked on a FaceTime on Instagram. And yeah, Greg got the crosshairs on old boy, man. The crosshairs are on him, man. He focused on him and nobody else, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, 2 Cents. They both boxes. Let's box it out. But let's be real, 2 Cents. I don't think Southpaw no boxer like that.
Nah, he ain't no boxer.
I think it's a lot of cat.
He a guy to go to the gym and just throws a jab, bro.
Yeah, he ain't like Greg, man. He ain't like Greg. You know what I mean? Let me see. 2 Cents says fake family members allegedly. I ain't see it. Yeah, man. Pew pew. Like somebody said, pew pew. Southpaw used to go around trying to gain clout from all different channels during COVID. Yeah, man. Yeah. I mean, that dude.
Victims in the building. Trust me, we already know.
Yeah, he just who he is, man. What else we gonna talk about? Let's push it on this boxing space, man. Right now. What haven't we talked? What's going on in the boxing world, chat? Put me on. Yeah, 2 Cents. Yeah, he a troll. He a super troll, man. What else going on in this space, man?
Speaking of, well, we still got 2 good fights coming up. I mean, I think the biggest fight is the one we just mentioned, and I couldn't wait to talk about it. You know what I mean? I think we even planned this out. Like we was gonna bring Ruckus to this fight when they announce it. But we got the Canelo fight coming up shortly. We got we also got the which we talked about, but it's not nothing that's like whoopie doo. You know what I mean? We have to see how that card look with the PBC. I know they announced some of the fighters. Actually, they announced the whole card. I don't even like that card. I ain't be honest with you. Then we had to fight after that with the AJ fight. That's gonna be that one. You know what I mean? That's gonna be a
shout out to Shakur. Shakur put out a tweet earlier. Let me see if I should bring it on here real quick. And it's what I said, man. You guys got to understand what it is. And I haven't been following Shakur on Twitter like that. I just went up on here real quick just to see what was on here, just looking for something to talk about. And let's see here. Yeah, you know what I mean? Let's see. And for the fans who fuck with me, I care about y'all for sure. But understand this: this is a business, and it's make as much money as you can in this business. People want me to sit and wait around for literally every other fighter to make a decision whether they want to fight me now or later. But in reality, I'll be waiting and waiting. But nah, I'm going to go get this bag over there real quick because that's what matters most to me now. Hashtag chasing the bag. I told y'all.
There you go. Look, you already said it.
I told y'all, bro. You know what I mean?
Crazy. And guess what? Why can't he? Didn't the guy that they wanted to fight chase bags for like 7 years? 8?
Listen, man. Look, it is what it is, man. Listen, bro.
So, you want him to build it. They just said they want him to build his value up. Didn't that what his team said? So let him build the value up. That's what he's about to do. Let it happen. I don't know why we're talking about it.
Yeah, Punch Drunk said, get the bag or get the bag. You already a 3-division champ. Ain't no rush. You're not even on your prime yet. Yeah, bro. Most people who understand, most people who know, man. Most people who understand. People who don't want to understand are usually the people who want to hate on the boy, man. Let that man shine, man. Let that man do him, man. I pray that he prepares accordingly and takes this guy very seriously and handles his business and makes a show out of it. You know what I mean? This is your opportunity to do that, and I hope that's what you do. I hope that's what he does, man. Take this very seriously, train very seriously, treat this guy like he's Tank, like he's Loma, like he's T.O., like he's Devin. You know what I mean? Treat him just like he one of those guys, bro. Don't leave no T uncrossed and no I undotted, bro. Get in there, beat the brakes off this dude, get this money, and let the world know that you here, man.
Right.
Let the world know that you here. Shout out Leroy. I respect it, but why was he getting mad at Frank for fighting Tank instead of him? Well, look, man, he didn't get mad at Frank for fighting Tank instead of him. He got mad at Frank for not fighting him, period, for messing up a bag, for messing up a big fight that he had. He's been trying to challenge himself and put himself in the ring with the so-called best competition, but he ain't been getting shown no love. I'm telling you guys, man, Shakur's one of the most ducked fighters in boxing today. One of the most ducked fighters, man. Like he said in this statement right here, he's sick and tired of sitting around waiting for fighters to decide whether they're going to fight him now or later. Like he said, but in reality, I'll be waiting and waiting. That's a fact. That's what it is, bro. Took Shakur 15 rounds to get his confidence back, build on that, and show out. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. I just want to see big fights, bro. For sure, Boxing Kangaroo. I'm here for it, man. We all here for it. You know what I mean? We all here for it, man, for sure. What else you got? What else you reading up on now? They talking about Caleb Plant is trying to build up a fight with he wants to get a second chance at Caleb Plant's at Canelo Alvarez.
Yeah, no. He's like being buddy with him. It's actually funny. He's trying a different approach.
Yeah.
I think that's a good move. I think the way he's going about is a little weird, but I think he's trying to play friendly with him so he doesn't go in there like he did last time. He's fighting on stage or whatever the case may be.
Right.
Caleb Band has been known to be doing that, man, for a long time. He's been known to be a provoker and like to play cross again, another habitual line stepper. Like he does that to try to antagonize and get people into people's heads. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. In this case, he might be trying to reverse role, going in there. He's trying to play Mr. Nice Guy with Canelo like they're best friends, and he want to get in the ring and knock him out. Listen, right. Caleb Plant is the only guy to actually really give a hard fight to Canelo at 168. I don't think any of the other fighters at 168 gave him a hard fight. I think he just kind of went through everybody, even some of the top fighters that he was there with. Mm-hmm. Caleb was actually beating him on the cards. If he didn't get stopped, he probably would have won that fight easily. But, he deserves it. He deserves another shot. Absolutely.
Yeah, man. I mean, there's some fights developing at 168 as well that he can get involved with. So, this fight coming up against Trevor McCumbee is a huge fight for him. It puts him right back in the conversation. And honestly, I never even thought about it. Is Caleb Plant going to be the best 168 pounder in the game right now outside of Jaime Munguia? He's probably the best one. I mean, not including Canelo, obviously. But he's probably the best 168 pounder in the game right now outside of Canelo Alvarez.
I'm going to say no because of the fact that I think there's still fighters that can beat Caleb Plant because of his and as they just mentioned, he gasses out. If you can sit there and withstand his assaults as he attacks when he's trying to outbox you, you have a good chance of beating him. The problem is just doing that. Caleb and Billy will be a terrible fight because they'll both be gassed by the 6th round. Somebody's going to pass out. They might even both pass out before they even get to really throw that final punch.
And Billy didn't do too bad with his endurance in last fight. He did okay.
I think he did. I think he got tired.
I mean, he definitely was tired. He definitely was tired. I'm not going to say I didn't see it, but
from the 6th round on, he was showing signs of him being
right
and him
right
slowing down. So same thing with Caleb. Caleb slows down around the 6th, 7th round, and it's going to get boring at that point for us to watch that fight, and all you do is see the Andy Ruiz and Big Baby I almost said Anderson, Big Baby
Miller
fighting again. We don't want to see those slugfests where overtired fighters are in the ring and just throwing whatever they got left in the tank. So I think that's what happens with them two in a fight like that.
No doubt.
That win to Caleb Plant, don't get me wrong, but I think in Billy definitely can put on a show if you can get him up out of there early. That's a good fight.
No doubt. Yeah, man. I mean, I see Caleb get this victory, and I think there's gonna be a good fight, by the way, between Caleb and McCombie. I think McCombie's gonna test him.
So
yeah, what would you be more interested in seeing? Christian and Billy versus Jaime Munguia or Caleb Plant versus Jaime Munguia?
Munguia and Billy.
Munguia and Billy?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's gonna be more of a punch out. But right. I think Caleb, I ain't gonna lie, I think Caleb and Munguia would be the better fight. I think I'd like to see styles clash. I like to see the boxing and the punching, because you saw how Caleb did against David Benavidez and the pressure that David Benavidez was able to put on him and ultimately, break his will and test his conditioning. Jaime Munguia has the ability to do the same, damn near the same thing, right? He has a high quantity of punch output that he puts out. Right. He got the power, you know what I'm saying? He got the athleticism as well, and he's got that Mexican fighting. He's gonna bring that fan base, you know what I'm saying? That's gonna be a great fight. And Billy's gonna be a good fight as well, though. Both of those fights are good fights.
Well, the question is, now that you mentioned that, is
did I show you my lighter? My new lighter?
Yeah, you showed me. Don't show that on camera, man.
Why not? It's not real.
No, it doesn't matter. It's still what it I don't know if that means your monetization, so don't do that. Don't do that. Put it in one of the videos and stuff where you talk about boxing. That's all. Or just light a cigar up and then nigga can't say nothing. You know what I mean?
Right.
Do something where it's worth.
Don't show it.
No, don't just show it, bro. Don't do that. But as far as
never grow up, I'm a Toys R Us.
I know you are, bro. Me too. Don't worry about it. You see my action figures and action statues is cool. But anyway, if Caleb Plant and Munguia fight, I think Caleb Plant actually beats both of them. Can I say that? Yes, I can. But I too think they're ranked higher than Caleb Plant in this case, because of the fact that I think Caleb Plant has an ability to take and Billy into deep waters, even though I think Billy will tire out faster. I think Caleb Plant will be able to last a little longer than him up to the 8th round with better abilities. Whereas Plant fighting Munguia, if Caleb Plant is a very strong fighter in the beginning of fights, so I think he can actually put Munguia to the test early on in that fight, and he's a very good boxer. So I think he can outbox Munguia early. If Munguia gets past the 6th or 7th round, then these things change. But I think he could. Hell, what?
Nick J in the building.
I think Munguia is the number one fighter behind Canelo in 168. I do believe that, but I think Caleb Plant he's just a better boxer. I'm serious. He's just a better boxer.
And he's got him and Breadman, man. Breadman is such a good trainer. Man, we got to highlight these trainers. We're definitely going to do an episode and start talking about some of these trainers, because I think Breadman is low-key like honorable mention. You know what I'm saying? He's not the top guy, but he's done a lot of good work. When you look at what he did with Kyron Davis, when you look what he's doing with Caleb Plant, he's really one of those trainers that's like kind of on the underground doing great things. But then Robert Garcia and Bozy Ennis is up there for trainer of the year as far as I'm concerned. You know what I mean? And we'll see, honestly, even with Ben Davidson, let's see what Ben Davidson is able to do with Anthony Joshua, and this Daniel Dubois fight is going to speak a lot to what he's done with Anthony Joshua this year. You know what I'm saying? We'll see. But these trainers are, huh?
I'm glad you mentioned training. Anybody in chat too? I know it's rumors. Is it true that Earl may be going over to fight with train with Coach Calvin? That's rumors.
People always coming up with these rumors, man. I've heard some rumors as well about that. I heard about that and Bozy. Both of them on the East Coast, so it's just like,
I don't think Earl has a problem with that.
I mean, he's a Texas bro, man. You know what I mean?
Well, he grew up in Texas. He's from New York.
I know he's from New York, but you know,
no, he's
like that Texas energy.
Free Smoke said it's not true. It's just rumors. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I was going to say, how is that going to be possible for him to train both fighters?
What do you think the chances of Errol Spence retiring and not coming back at all?
Highly possible. Not likely, but possible. I think if he can't find a trainer and things don't work out his way, he might just hang up the gloves. It's very possible, and he just turns promoter and he just runs man down promotions and starts building his promotional company, which is very possible. He has the backing to do it. He enjoys the sport, but it seems like he enjoys his family more too. So we have to see how that goes, Clay. I mean, you never know.
Yeah. What do you think about what's going on with Derek James, man, at this point? Derek James has like nobody. I mean, is he even with Ryan Garcia anymore?
No. I think
is he with Frank? Is he still with Frank?
I know they're still training Frank because Frank has a fight coming up, which is a good thing.
Who does Frank have a fight with coming up?
They didn't announce it yet, but he's talking about coming back for 140. He's training right now.
He's trying to get at Ryo. That's what the fight he was trying to get.
That's what it was, right? Yeah, it was Ryo. They're trying to get it. That might be a possibility. That's why I said that. Yeah, Nick J. Yeah, I agree. I did know that. But yeah, that might be what's next, Clay. At 140, because I know he was actually calling. They were talking about it. That's why I said, who does Tank fight next? Because if Ryo is looking at Frank Martin and Frank Martin's looking at Ryo and they move up, that doesn't leave Ryo available for Tank Davis. That's why I was explaining to y'all, like, Ryo said he's not willing to fight him in November or December. He's waiting till it has to be next year. Tank wants to fight in November. I'm telling you, man, don't be surprised if Chris Colbert's name is in his in
you
that.
Keep on bringing this, man. You're gonna end up manifesting it, man. That's gonna be. I think that's a worse fight than Shakur versus Corvino.
They've been trying to make that fight for a long. PBC has been trying to make Chris Colbert versus Tank Davis for about 2 years. I promise you, they've been trying to make that fight. And when it happens, I'm just gonna be like, now what y'all got to say? Because he just took a fighter not only that got knocked out, got knocked backwards, spun around, fell into the ropes,
rolled up, tucked away, tucked him in like a newborn baby, laid him down, bro.
Got up off the floor and said, "Yo, we got rid of his back. we got rid of his. Yeah, good fight. We got rid of his back. Didn't know what." Hey, what happened? I don't know. Yeah, exactly. That guy.
And I still feel like Ryo should have got his 50 G's, bro. He should have got his money. Like, give me my money, fam, or it's gonna get real dark out here for you, bro. I ain't playing with you, bro.
True. Yo, Lance,
I want my money,
man.
That's my monies. I want my monies. I want my 30. I want my 50 bands ASAP. I want my monies, man. You was talking all that shit. Yo. Go get my money.
Chris Colbert was facing the other direction, bro. And
Nah, bro. Colbert was gifted the first fight was right. He was more than gifted. He robbed. He was a criminal.
Yeah.
That was criminal.
Yeah, that was a robbery.
100%. Crazy robbery.
But hey, it's boxing, right? He got his payback and rolled back. But yeah, no.
What do you think about this fight that they're talking about between potentially Turkey trying to coordinate a fight between Deontay Wilder and Derek Chisora?
I did see that. I don't. Again, these are one of those things that I really am not. I mean,
we know both of these fighters. They're both on their way out the door.
Right.
Derek Chisora coming off of a hell of a savage fight between him and Joe Joyce, and he always delivers, man. He's always going to bring that war. Derek Chisora is going to bring that. Deontay Wilder is just kind of just not been existing as far as his attitude. That killer instinct he's got ain't there no more. His boxing isn't developed. You know, he has a lot of stuff to work on, bro. And you know, there's money to be made there if Turkey Al-Sheikh is part of the conversation. But let's be honest, at this point, who are you leaning towards?
That's what I'm saying to you, Clay. Like exactly what you just said. I'm sitting there like when you asked me that question, bro, I had to think for a second, like, yo, let me remove this dust out of my brain and bring Deontay Wilder forward. No disrespect, no disrespect to the brother, but yo, listen, man, the Bronx Bomber is not who he is, bro. Right. It actually makes me feel bad because it reminds me of Ali in the 80s when he was fighting, just trying to make a check. And no disrespect to the greatest of all time, but Deontay Wilder is showing me that he doesn't belong in the ring with anybody right now. He should be fighting that cruiserweight, if anything. He's coming in way too small. He's fighting these guys that are figured him out. You know what I mean? His game plan is ruined, and he doesn't have the right training system to keep him in the ring to compete. So it's sad to see that. It's sad to see a guy who was a reigning what he has a record for the undisputed. I mean, for the championship,
the most title defenses.
Right? Yeah, title defenses just go down like this, bro. Like, bro, just exactly. At this point, bro, just hang up the gloves. You know what I mean? Enjoy the fights. Go there, big ringside. Throw your fist up, smile on the camera. Hang out with Holyfield and Mike Tyson. You know what I mean? Say, yeah, I wish it could have, would have, and it never happened, but it's cool. And just enjoy the moments, man. Just be a celebrity at this point.
Yeah. You know, Deontay Wilder had a lot of potential, man. But, you know, this is one of those things, again, when I've talked about it, and, you know, you're going to hear me bring it up there. After a while, one of the things that I'm hoping comes from this channel is just when you guys just start, it gets embedded in your brain, activity, and development. These fighters are not, when they don't see the fights that they're supposed to be seeing, when they're not raising their levels, when they're not training properly and they're not getting better and they're winning easily off of their one trick that they bring to the table, they become very content in their space. And Deontay Wilder was a fighter. If you wanted to be honest about what you saw, you knew that his day of reckoning was coming. You knew that a judgment day was coming from eventually, because you never got to see him up there with the top fighters, with the Povetkins, with the Anthony Joshuas, with the Zhilei Zhangs, with the Daniel Dubois. You know what I'm saying? You never got a chance to see him up there and compete in that arena. Even with the Dillian Whites or the Derek Chisoras in this case as well. He always was able to get away with a lot. The closest fight I think he got into showing improving was against Luis Ortiz, right? That was the closest, like, okay, this is kind of like one of those heavyweights. And Luis Ortiz gave him all the problems he could deal with, but once again, that equalizer kind of gave him that way out of getting better. And he used to say it at his press conferences, right? Everybody can say I can't box and I'm not, that's cool. I don't need to be able to box. He used to say it straight up. I don't need to be able to box. All I need is one shot. He betted on that. He never got better. He never leveled himself up. And now he's in a situation where he's damn near punch drunk. I think he's talking funny now. I don't think he's talking regularly anymore. Derek Chisora is a savage, bro. He's just built like that. He's just cut from that cloth. It's this gritty warrior dude who's gonna stay in Deontay Wilder's chest all night long. He's gonna stay in his chest, which is not good for Deontay, because Deontay needs to be able to establish that distance to let that power really. That's where the power happens, is at the end of his punches, right at the end when he's able to fully extend. Joseph Parker exposed that part of him, saying, listen, if you stay mid-range on this guy, you don't allow this guy to make that distance, you don't let the power intimidate you, he's there to be hit, and his power is really not that bad. You can really weather the storm. He's not punching well when you stay inside his chest. Zhilei Zhang showed him, listen, man, a straight 1-2, a good, you know what I'm saying, a good jab, and a spin around. And it's, you know what I mean? And if you could set it up, you're looking at a real good chance of stopping him. So what is Derek Chisora going to come with? He's going to come on. He's going to stay in his chest. He's going to throw. And that's one thing about Derek Chisora. He'll throw shots at your chest, at your arms, at your body. He understands. He has a real good understanding.
Bro,
you know what I mean?
Be bad. It don't need to explain. Don't even break this down. You're just making it sad moments for Deontay Wilder, bro. All us fans of Deontay Wilder right now are like, yo, we don't even want. He's gonna come over the top with them hooks. We don't want.
He's gonna sit that boy down. I think there's a chance that he's gonna stop him in a worse way than Zhilei Zhang did. Right. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think it's gonna be worse.
That's my point. Nick J, what you got to say? I know y'all was cooking on Deontay Wilder last time with the Zhilei Zhang fight, and when I was watching y'all channel, y'all talked about it. Oh, Clay, you want to bring anybody up? Anybody? Just one or two.
I'll throw the link out. I mean, we're not going to be on much longer.
We're probably going to go soon. Yeah, definitely. Because I know we got a lot to say.
Yeah.
Here for boxing, you want to come up? I see you came back to the channel.
Throw the link up there. Too rich, Mr. I respect belts. Wilder needs to go back to Breland. It's too late for Breland. It's too late for all that. Wilder needs a I don't know how the bank account looking. If he's really as well off as he should be, because I know he's made a lot of money, he might consider retiring, bro. It's dangerous for that man right now in these streets. There's blood in the water, and the sharks see, and they understand. They understand what's going on, bro. They understand. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I said. I think it's like he's like, at one point he was just a fighter that we respected and admired. Man, it's just no longer there.
Is that Lance?
Yo, what up? What up, sir?
What's good? What's good, Lance? How you feeling, man? I see you chilling. You looking like one of those.
Like what Marine that just came home.
No, what do they call them from Boston? What do they call you guys in Boston? I know you ain't from Boston, but you know the gangsters in Boston.
Boston, what?
The gangsters in Boston, man. What do they call them? Oh my God, brother.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Oh man.
You can't remember?
Nah, but you definitely look like a damn Red Sox fan. You look like one of them guys who gets in fights at the Red Sox game. What are you looking at? What are you talking? You looking at my car?
You grew up in Boston?
I grew up on the White Sox. No, I didn't grow up in Boston. I grew up in St. Paul.
There you go.
Minnesota, no doubt.
The White Sox were always played on local TV, so that's what I watch.
No doubt, man, for sure. So what's on your mind with these fights coming up, man? I think we got a good. What do you think about this card coming up on the Beterbiev and Bivol card? You like what you see coming in?
Man, can I speak French real quick? Because this is garbage. This is garbage.
It's nothing tickle your fancy, man.
Well, I'm always a fan of boxing. I'm always a fan, but yeah, I definitely need my French lineage to kick in real quick, which is none at all whatsoever. But this is garbage.
Yeah.
I don't think it's garbage, man. I think it's gonna be a decent card, man.
No, I think he talking about the fight. You talking about the card, or the fight with Wilder and?
I'm talking about the card. What are you talking about? The fight with who? Wilder and who? What?
Oh, Wilder and Derek Chisora. We were talking about just now about that fight.
Yeah, we were talking about that. I think that Chisora would kick his ass, to be honest with you.
Yeah, bro. I think he's gonna savage him out. I think Deontay's been exposed, right? Like pretty much. Like I think most heavyweight boxers know how to deal with him now. Like, yeah, he got that right hand, but that's you can neutralize that pretty easily.
Right.
Yardy,
he's too much.
I'm laughing because he said Blink 182. They try to get at you, Liz.
They're making a mixtape. We're making a mixtape. Blink 182.
They said you look like a rock star, man. They say you look like a rock star, bro.
Not Blink 182.
They said you look like a rock star, man.
They got jokes
Blink
tonight.
182.
It ain't just you making me laugh, bro. They making me laugh too, bro. That's funny.
No, shout out to everybody in the building, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said, here for boxing say you seen Greg Hackett in Southpaw. You got Southpaw hiding. Yeah, Southpaw better hide, bro.
Yeah, we was talking about that. You hopped off. We talked about that for about 4 hours. You should have came up here and told us about it.
You're going to put hands and feet on that boy. I'm telling you, it's going to be bad for him.
From Chicago.
Yeah, he ain't even from Chicago, from what I'm understanding. I heard he's not even. That's what I heard. I heard he ain't Chicago. I heard he from a part of Illinois that he shouldn't be having nobody like Greg Hackett looking for him. You know what I'm saying? That's a bad look.
40 miles out from Chicago. Like he's not even in the vicinity.
Sonny Augustine says Tank needs to make this fight happen already. Shakur is supposedly his own boss without Floyd. These fake boxing fans keep making excuses for him. What do you think about that, Lance? Like when it's all said and done, with this whole entire Shakur Stevenson and Tank Davis diabolical scenario panning out, how do you feel about this? I mean, is Shakur the one like Are we disappointed in Shakur? Is Tank? Are we expecting more from Tank? Should he be stepping it up? Like, what? How do you feel about it?
About Shakur and Tank?
Yeah, just
I think
like
that'd be
the
good.
fight not happening.
Or not happening?
Well, it's not happening
I
yet,
think
right?
Taxes is gonna make that happen.
You broke up, man. You want to say it again?
Certain. I said I think Turkey Outlet Taxes is gonna make that happen, and we're gonna get a great fight between two great representatives of the sport.
No doubt, no doubt. You know what I'm saying? It sounds like you're basically saying in due time we're going to see that happen. We're going to see that fight happen in due time, no matter what.
I believe so.
Yeah, I mean, I think the fans. I think the fans are just being a little, just a little soft, a little moist about the situation, and not giving an opportunity for that fight to develop in its own due time, and allow Shakur to fight his fights outside of it, and allow Tank to fight his fights, and watch them finally come together. You know what I'm saying?
It's musty out here, Clay.
It's musty out here. I must say respectfully, I must say it's musty out here. It's musty. Shout out to Tone.
That's a funny drop. That is a hilarious drop.
Yeah, it's musty out here. I must say respectfully. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, that's
respectfully.
Funny, that's funny.
Adam Hurley, what do you guys think of Tank Davis versus Bril Matias? Great fight.
If it happens, I think that can happen. But again, this is where we come into question of who is Tank really? Because when we heard talks of him moving up to fight a Devin Haney, he was too big. He's not going to 140. They got to come to us. Like, we don't understand. That's what we're all discussing. If he fights somebody at 140, there's going to be questions. If he fights somebody that just came off a loss, there's going to be questions. There's going to be fireback from all these fans, boxing fans in general, that are going to be like, yo, how'd your whole fan base say one thing about this guy, and then they come at you and you say something different? You know what I mean? Like, and they defend you. Because you already know what the answer is going to be. Oh, Tank can do what he want to do. Tank ain't got to take that. Tank the A side. So if he want to fight this guy off of 3 losses, he can. Oh, exactly. But you talk about the resume. You talk about how he has all these undefeated fighters, resumes he done broke. You talk about how he was he defended the most titles and all this, which I don't believe that. But I mean, we can go into that later. But at the same time, this is the craziness that we talk about, Clay. This is what they don't want to hear it. Exactly.
Right.
Came off a loss. Thank you. And this is what we always talk about here for boxing. We keep it 100. These moist fans out here don't keep it. They don't keep it.
Listen, if Shakur Matias and Tank, if that's a fight that's going to be made, first of all, are we talking about Tank going up to 140?
But Nick
J, leaving 135? Or are we talking about him coming down? Are we talking about Shakur cutting the weight and coming down to 135 to make the fight happen? I mean, what are we talking about?
147 soon. Nick J, here's the thing. Even if he fights Edwin's coming off of a loss. Our point is they're kicking Shakur's back in for fighting a fighter that's coming off a loss. And the guy was a champion at the division who said that he was heavy in that division after the fight. He had a tough time making weight. So he has a legitimate excuse. Why can't everybody else? I know it's rumored he's fighting Ryo. Ryo already just debunked that. Now it may still happen based on the money or whatever the PBC decides that they want to do with Edwin De Los Santos, which I think is crazy. But if he fights him at 140, there goes the Devin talks. Okay, why'd you duck Devin in at 140 when he had a belt and he was calling you out? See, there's so many things that's going to happen that Tank doesn't want to get in the middle of. Tank listens to what the fans say. So they actually hurt his stock more than help him. Because when he made the email champion thing and they were running around saying email champ, what happened when they tried to give him that title and make him full reign title holder at the WBA? Now I want to win in the ring. I'm not going to accept this right here. You know what I mean? You're not going to email champ me. So it's always a reason that Tank is listening. He's not going to take any of these risks. And if he does, it's going to be forced upon him. And I told you, it's going to be Chris Colbert. I'm done.
Yeah, I can't have Chris Colbert. I just can't. I can't do it. Not Chris Colbert, bro.
It's going to happen, bro. They're going to make that fight happen.
Yo, shout out to J Pit City for putting some more color in the chat, man. I think Shakur fighting Cordina says more about everyone else outside of Tank. Thank you. I agree with you 100%, J Pit. I think this is a statement. You know what I mean? Shakur having to do this fight with Joe Cordina is a black eye on everybody except for Shakur, because Shakur's you force his hand, bro. You told this man to sit still and not feed his family or go make this fight, because everybody else acted like, I'm not going to go into it. Just understand, this is a statement within itself. You know what I mean? It's a statement within itself.
Because he was trying to get the fights. He definitely said, take Loma out, sub me in. Tag, I'm it. And it was like, nah, young buck. You got to sit your butt down.
Y'all sounded like robots again.
You sound like robots.
Sometimes.
You robots.
You got bad reception.
Yeah, you chopping up. You sound like
all
Rosie
right,
from
Take care.
Justice.
Much respect, Ray. Much respect, Clay.
Peace.
No doubt, Lance. Always a pleasure, my brother. Peace. That's my guy, Lance.
Yeah, Lance is a good dude, bro. He's funny though, bro. Yo, he be having me die. I be reading the chats. I'm like, yo, this dude. That's why my face is always down, because I be laughing. I want y'all to save me. I say Edwin because he is with the PBC, and his loss was to Shakur, whose most fans thought that was underwhelming. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. But at the same time, why do you think they put Chris Colbert in that title eliminator with El Rayo for Tank Davis to fight? Because the PBC wanted to make that fight. I mean, the writing's on the wall that it's probably going to be Edwin De Los Santos or Chris Colbert. There's no one else that's available. Zepeda's not going to take the fight unless he sees Oscar wants the payday. But why does he want to risk? He wants Zepeda to be a champion, so he's not going to risk that. He can't fight Raymond Moratala, because that's probably going to be the Keyshawn Davis next fight, because Bob Arum's going to see who he wants to fight Baranchyk down the line if Baranchyk continues to win and holds on to his title in December. So it's Andy Cruz is young in the game, and I doubt they're going to put him in a fight like that. I mean,
man, no real reward in that.
He just fought.
Yeah, bro.
I mean, it's just Mark Chamberlain's fighting next month. Like, there's no one there for them to fight. It just doesn't make sense. We're gonna rematch Frank Martin. Like, it just doesn't. There's no one there, and I just don't see it happening. I mean, Nicholas Waters is a possibility, but I think Nicholas Waters is in a fight too, coming up in on that AJ card. I think he's on that AJ card too, if I'm not mistaken.
Nicholas Waters, you talking about a Jamaican?
Yeah, I think he's on that card. I got to go look.
He was on Pro Box. He just had a fight on Pro Box a month.
So there you go. He just recently fought. That's what I'm saying. There's no fighters available, but like 3 or 4 fighters. If he calls Devin down and fights Devin at 140, I'll be all for that. That I can live with.
But at the end of the day, how much is he being derailed to have to go to 140? Because I think it was pretty clear that he wasn't going to 140 yet. You know what I mean? So you force him up there.
Go ahead. Yeah, he wants undisputed. He said he wants to unify all the belts at 135. That's that. Kambosos even. I'll take Kambosos. Better than nothing. He's available. I mean, I would have taken that fight for Kambosos for Shakur too. Also, that would have been a better fight than what we're getting. But we know what's going to put the butts in the seats is Shakur dominating. What's this guy's name again? Joe Cordina?
Joseph Cordina.
Yeah, so we know what that is.
No doubt.
Hell no.
Walters didn't look bad on Pro Box, but he was gone for like 6 years after Loma schooled him 100%. Right. But Waters, he did look good. It'll be but that fight doesn't entice, and like I think most Tank fans ain't gonna see that fight worth anything. They're gonna feel like Nick Walters came out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying?
But if he fights Yoshino is still ranked.
No, bro.
I'm just saying. Now I don't know where he's fighting. I don't even know nothing about what they do in Japan. I'll be honest with you, but he's still ranked. It's another fighter that they can put in the. He looked like he'll take a payday.
Yeah.
I mean, does he fight Haratunin? What about Artur Haratunin?
Oh, no doubt. Jared Hurd is fighting Jason Rosario tomorrow night. That's going to be a good fight, man. We might actually do our live on that fight. We might actually cover that fight. That might be what we're going to do tomorrow. That might be the game plan. That's actually going to be a good fight, guys. That's actually going to be a good fight. We probably should start covering more of these Pro Box.
Pro Box doing their thing, man. Pro Box doing their thing.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. Look at Leo. Leo came from, he wasn't even fighting on Floyd. He had like 3 fights under Floyd, took the loss or whatever. Actually, he had more than 3, but he said he didn't like the inactivity.
Yeah.
Signed the pro box and he's active. He said, "Bro, I got like 3 fights in like a year. I'm good, and I got a belt." Goes things work out.
Let me see. Cordina Core. That was Lance Meyer. Cordina Core. 2 cents. Loma should have fought Shakur. Then the mega fight would have lined up. Tank tried to skip to Loma and threw everything off. 100%. Cambosis is cooked. Yeah, there's always that fight. That fight could have happened. You guys could have put that fight in there. Maybe a Cambosis, Shakur. That'd have been equal to a Cordina fight. You know what I mean? Maybe that'd have been a little
better. I think Cambosis boxes better than most people give him credit for.
Right.
And yeah, he's a walking punching bag, but he's a fighter. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I'm pretty sure that we're going to see the same thing with Cordina. We're going to be surprised. I'm telling you, we're going to be surprised at how this kid fights. And we're going to be sitting there telling ourselves that it was a great fight and Shakur did a great job when he stops him. Gary Coley, another fighter that's on the card. He's on the card coming up. There's no one there for Mr. Shakur or Tank, but each other, and Tank didn't send a contract, unfortunately. Oh, Gabriel Flores Jr. Didn't he just fight though?
Flores Jr.
On top. Well, he's top ranked too. So I think he just fought. He just fought on
Did he fight on the?
I think it was
on the Jake Paul card, on the MVP card. No, that's not where he fought.
I know he just fought. I'll look it up now. I know he just fought. I thought it was top ranked, but it could have been MVP.
Pro box turning into the minor league for boxing. That's a good thing. 100%, man. Pro box is
yes. It was the MVP card. You're right.
Right? That's what I thought. Yeah. It's a lot to keep up with, man. It's a lot to keep up with.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Remember we were looking at it, we was like, but he would be a good fight and he'll be available for Tank.
Right. You guys give us our props too, man, because we keep up with so much boxing, man. Most of y'all favorite spaces ain't keeping up with the fights. Like, I promise you they not.
That would be a really good fight, though. That would be a really good fight. Because remember, he stopped dude.
Yeah. No doubt.
It said he won. I think we're confusing fighters, but it said he just won a unanimous decision. I thought he did. He did win the unanimous decision.
Yeah, but he pieced the dude up.
He was piecing him up. Yeah, he was piecing him up. Right.
Nick J. Edwin can box his ass off, and I remember what he did to Ryo. 100%. Edwin is a high risk, low reward fighter. He's kind of like on the low. That fight that he had with Shakur really gave a lot of people the excuse to not fight him.
Yep.
He was already a high risk, low reward fighter, but now that he got that loss with Shakur, it's kind of like he's got that mud on his name, that smut on his name that gives fighters excuses to be like, who is he? Who is he? His last fight, he had the lowest output of punches, blah, 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 right? But the reality is most fighters know, like, I don't want to get in the ring with him. He's kind of like a lightweight Martin Bacoli. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how he built, you know what he brings to the table. He's got a lot of risk with no reward. And now that you have an excuse to not fight him, you're gonna use it and be like, nah, I'm straight. Why would I fight him? You know what I mean? Like, Ryo got out that fight with him real quick and got up there with Isaac Cruz and collected himself a WBA championship. Now, I'm not saying he ducked Edwin De Los Santos, but we did see what Edwin did to him at first. So that rematch, I think he had a way better time fighting against Isaac Cruz than he was going against Edwin De Los Santos.
Right. I think he has a real possible chance of beating Tank Davis. I've been saying that for a minute, especially that he's southpaw too.
Right.
Tank only has 3 southpaws, last being Frank Martin on his resume. So, I mean, I see it going same way, similar to Gamboa, without the injury that Gamboa had.
Mm-hmm.
And more power.
No doubt. So, I'm interested to see what Edwin's going to do next anyway, because he was obviously scheduled to fight Ryo. Is he going to be on this next card coming up? On this Canelo card? Are they expecting to put him on there, or?
I don't think so.
Wait, hold on. Is Edwin PBC?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Right. So I would expect him. They owe him a fight. They got to put him on there. Sando Martin. What are you saying about Sando Martin, Jonathan? 97. He's at 140. He's fighting Alberto Puello. When is that going to happen? I feel like that's getting ready to happen soon.
Yeah. That's happening in December, I think, or November. Might even be January now. I can't remember. They just mentioned that fight.
Let's see.
December. It's December. They didn't announce it yet. So
yeah, they didn't announce it yet. Nope.
But it's December. They're talking December. Yeah,
Yep.
that's the schedule, man.
That's actually going to be a good fight, guys. I know people think Santa Martin's a boring fighter and all that, but him and Puello are going to be a good fight. I'm telling you. It's going to be a good fight.
Joseph Adorno?
Joseph Adorno fighting who?
Tank Davis. He's PBC.
No, Joseph Adorno's at Pro Box right now. I don't know if he's at Pro Box.
I know he fought, because he just fought De La Santos. I'm looking at De La Santos.
And he lost. He lost his last fight. I think he just lost his last fight.
So he lost 2 in a row then, so he can scratch that. Because he just lost,
Yeah.
he lost De La Santos in his last fight. Then
I think he lost. Don't quote me. Look it up, but I feel like he lost.
About to right now. No, he won his last fight. He got a fight coming up. Again, there's no one available, Clay. He's fighting on that card over in in Pennsylvania. He's fighting on the Pro Box card. There's no one available, bro.
Oh no. Okay, so he just fought recently. He fought.
Yeah, he lost to Nick Waters. You're right. He beat Jonathan Perez after De Los Santos. Fought Nick Waters and lost. He beat somebody, Pablo Ernesto
Olivito. Somebody I never heard of. He KO'd him.
Right, and then he's got Louis May coming up. So. And that guy's 22-18. That you talk about a journeyman you putting in the ring against him. They're trying to build his career up bad, bro.
They're trying to help him out, but he got a lot of L's, man.
Yeah, he do. That's what I said.
He's from out of Allentown. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's what I said when I seen that fight. He's probably fighting that Wyndham over there in Bethlehem. Is it Wind Creek?
Yeah, that's what he's fighting. Yup.
What about we already Abdullah just got knocked out, bro. Somebody said Abdullah.
What?
Abdullah, he just got beat up.
Oh, Abdullah, yes. Yeah,
that's why I was like, when it was like somebody mentioned that earlier, like, bro, he just got beat up. There's no way. He's fighting. He's already fighting. Taken care of. Nope. Can't do it.
Smoke, you think Devin would take a Tank fight?
I do.
I don't think so. I don't think he'll take it at no 140.
Why not? I think he'll take it. I think he can take it at 140.
Nah, bro. He ain't doing it.
Yeah, he can make I think he'll take
it. I'm talking about for November 2nd.
Nah. Well, he's supposed to be fighting in November, so maybe that is the fight we
all. He got fight. I'm about to say he's lined up. Him and Turkey got plans, bro. He ain't fucking that up to fight no.
Thank you. I was gonna say that too. I said, well, hold on. Isn't he champion in recess at 140? So if he goes back down, he has to fight for his title. And that dude's already busy, so he's gonna take a tune-up fight.
I think Devin's working on a Mario Barrios fight. That's what I believe.
I think so. I think he's moving up. They already moved him into the number one contention for that.
Yeah, I think that's what he's pursuing. I think Turkey's on that mission with him. I think Eddie Hearn might even be involved in the conversation as well. I think that's the fight they're trying to put together. Now, Tank is in a very unique situation, bro.
Yes, sir.
He's in a tough spot, bro. It's not easy for him right now. It's going to be very interesting to see the next couple of days develop and see who he picks up as who he's fighting, because the date's already locked in. And guys, we were talking about it before. Last night was a great live because we talked about how Tank Davis's contract with Amazon Prime works and what was the actual what was the agreement I
corrected myself. Smoke. I said that. I said no, that wasn't Abdullah. I said he's actually coming up with a fight.
Yeah, and we talked about what were the what were the agreement that was made between him and Amazon Prime in order to secure that $240 million. Amazon Prime has a new deal that they've done with the PBC. They want the biggest fights, man. They want Tank involved in the biggest fights, and because they want to get the money that comes in from it. So Tank has to be careful with who he picks to fight. That's why I'm kind of suspect about Chris Colbert being one of the opponents. He has to pick he has to pick one of those guys from that list. And if any of those guys aren't available right now, he has to consider, like, now that Shakur is locked in with what he's doing, he's no longer on the table no more for an option. Lomachenko doesn't seem like he's budging, and if Lomachenko is going to budge, it's probably going to have a lot of money assigned to the game to get him on. Tank is in a new chapter in his career. It's called Let's Make a Fight. I want to make a fight. You know what I'm saying? This is a new chapter in his career where we're gonna have to see how he deals with it. You know,
facts. 100%.
You know what I mean?
I don't know, man. What we going? Like I said, we can try to push the narratives, say whatever we want. We're not doing it, but we're talking about people in general. On Shakur, at the end of the day, these things aren't really going to be what they're discussing. We're trying to speak boxing here, guys, and we do this with every show. You know what I mean? We don't sit there and talk about narratives, and we don't try to give scenarios of why this person is ducking this person. We don't do that. We talk about the fights. We want to see the fights happen. We want to give good reasons of these things happening. But you know what? I'm all for it, though. I want to see the fight with Shakur. I think we talked about that multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, I'm all for it.
Yeah,
so you was thinking about the other fight, dude. Yes, I was. Thank you. Yes, the one that Andy Cruz just beat. You're right. You're absolutely right. That's what
Antonio Moran?
Yeah, Moran. I was thinking of Moran. Abdullah, he beat early on. So, but he understood. He understood. That's what's up. I respect him. I respect, and then thank you for the correction, because I actually corrected myself in the chat when I was talking to Clay. Appreciate it.
But look, we about to close it up. You know what I'm saying? About that time. We're gonna see y'all tomorrow. Y'all watch out. Me and Blue should be on the show tomorrow. I should be doing that as well with Blue. Whatever time that normally starts. So that's a new thing. Y'all see me in the daytime now, Tuesday through Thursday with Blue. We're gonna be building on there, talking that ish. You know what I'm saying? And then tomorrow night, of course, we're gonna be back on here doing what we do. Let's see what develops. Maybe Tank will make the announcement tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow we'll see Twitter go crazy when Tank says, "I'm about to fight Lomachenko."
Listen, I told you. Oh, I forgot to mention, that's not far off the table either, y'all.
Oh, yeah.
Loma can still be in talks with, you know what I mean? Because I heard it. Listen, I'm not 100%. There's rumors being spreaded. And if you have, if you follow the channels and the YouTubes and everything else and Twitter, we've heard that it was a money dispute. It wasn't so much of him really wanting to be with his family. They didn't want to give him the money that he thought he deserved. So maybe they bend the knee.
Didn't I say that shit?
Maybe they bend the knee.
I told y'all.
They bend the knee.
Wanted to make it sound like, oh, if his family, he said it wasn't about the money. That don't mean nothing. Right. That don't mean because he said that. That's not what it was, bro. Yo, the man came to New York to negotiate a deal, bro. Walked away from the deal like, I'm cool. I don't want to fight. And y'all think it was because he got a phone call in the middle of the meeting and his wife saying that she wanna spend time with him?
Man, you need to go to Colorado and climb the Rocky Mountains.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah, pause.
Let's see. Let's see, man. Let's see what happens, man. Let's see, man. Yeah, too rich. Back the Brinks truck up, man. Yeah, bro. Oh, talk to me nice. Talk to me nice. You know what I'm saying? Don't talk to me like I owe you something.
Look, Shakur got Loma in the mood, bro. We got him ready to fight. You seen it? Y'all seen him? It may happen. Y'all gonna be like, what? Got that man. He made the fire come out that man's soul, Clay, in that ring. You want to fight? You want to fight me right now in the ring?
Let's do it right now.
Right now, get in. Let's go.
Shout out to Loma, man. Keeping the gangster, man.
Shout out to Lomachenko and his baby voice.
Shout out. Hey, guys, man, if you haven't hit the like button yet, please hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel, man. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Share. Sharing is caring. Tell your friends about this great boxing space that we're working on here, man. It's all good, man. What you want to let them go with, Ray?
Let them go with it. Thank you for joining. Thank you for subscribing. Kind guys, everybody in the chat, for your kind words and everything that you did to participate. We appreciate you. Thank you for the love from here for boxing, J Pitt City, and the super chats. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button if you haven't already. Make sure you click that bell icon and make sure you get the notifications. And at the end of the day, we're going to
at this point, we out.
Living a life like I'm rich and I'm famous. Don't see the grind that I know that it came with. I ain't make it this far for myself. I had to prove to everybody else. I had to set them straight. I had to ball, so I had to renovate. I know they hate when you elevate. The second of losses, I'm handing them out. I had to go delegate. It feel like I'm floating. I'm lost in the moment. I swear I could levitate. They never believed that I would really fly. I had to go demonstrate. I had to set them straight. They hate when you elevate, elevate, elevate. They hate when you elevate, elevate, elevate. Yeah. They hate when you elevate, elevate, elevate. They hate when you elevate. Yeah. I had to elevate. Ooh, yeah. Why they wanna put me down? So much drip, yeah, I almost drowned in it. I can't come it down. Yeah, I'm way too fired up. I can't slow it down. I see the flashing lights, make sure the fashion right, yeah. I'm in my bag tonight, yeah. Ooh, I might just pull up before it. Watch out, the engine is roaring.